So really， 喂，係喎，開始咗，掛住睇新聞。好啦，時間嚟到2023年12月12號夜晚嘅9點26分啊，係時候開台啦。早上咁多位，咁啊話說今晚點解個直播咁得意呢？就係因為呢，今晚呢，我哋香港時間11點鐘呢，就會有一個由 Division2 全境封鎖2嘅官方開嘅一個 channel， 一個直播啦。咁啊 Twitch 上面咁陣間咧就會同大家一齊睇噶啦。咁啊，今次咧呢一個就係佢哋會講解一個嚟緊叫 Project Resolve 啊，一個解決計劃嘅特別 patch 啦嚇。咁啊，根據官方嘅 description 咧，就話佢哋今次咧就會同大家去講，喂我哋嚟緊咧，其實會推出一個好大型嘅一個叫做平衡Big Health Update， 即係佢可能係講一啲生態遊戲嘅生態平衡啊，有啲改動啊，點樣令到成個遊戲環境更加好嘅一個 patch 啦。咁今晚咧佢哋嘅11點半，即係我哋今晚11點半咧，我哋就會一齊睇呢一個直播啦。咁所以我特登將嗰個直播嘅時間推後咗半個鐘啦，咁啊方便我哋玩完2個鐘之後咧，咁我哋今晚咧就可以一齊去睇直播啦。咁啊〜如無意外咧，今次呢個直播咧，佢都應該會講好多一啲關於即係嚟緊我哋 end game 嘅生態啦，有機會牽涉到下一個版本嘅，係啦，有機會牽涉到下一個版本嘅。咁因為下一個版本咧，其實就係我哋第3個版本啦，即係今次我哋所講嘅Year 5嘅嗰啲叫咩 Year 5嘅第3季度啦，因為我哋個 MCF All New So Exciting 係 Play What 唔係Apex， 我哋陣間玩深潛，玩完深潛聽一聽個錄音先。咁啊聽完錄音之後睇下有冇人玩失樂園啦。咁啊冇人玩失樂園嘅話，我哋可能去玩下打 Ray 啦。咁有人想打 Ray 一齊打 Ray 啦。咁睇就總言之，我哋玩到咧11點半啊，等睇直播啊。咁啊，所以就係咁樣啦。咁我估咧，佢應該會牽涉到嚟緊下年6月嘅嗰個第4季度，即係我哋所講嘅，應該變咗第6年度嘅第1季度咯。即係如果依照佢嗰個所謂嘅4個月一個 patch 嘅玩法啦嚇，即係我唔知啦嚇，即係我估啦，應該佢有機會講，因為講 Season 2.0啊嘛。咁佢玩嗰個 Season 2.0其實就係我哋一個叫做end game 生態裏邊好緊要嘅一樣嘢啦。咁啊，希望到時會講啲真係有用啲嘅嘢啦嚇，咁啊係啦，我希望佢會講啲有用啲嘅嘢啦。即係你知最近 Division2 其實都冇乜特別，即係冇乜特別嘢奇奇怪怪咁樣，即係冇乜特別嘢出過嚟啊！即係話俾你知啊，大家一齊過嚟玩啦，打機啦咁樣，好啦，跟住完啦。咁啊，所以今日11點半咧就會睇直播嘅。咁啊，另外一單嘢咧就係曾經即係今日講一講啦，同大家傾一傾，我開 game 先一路傾啦。咁啊Fnatic 啊，我諗我講呢個名咧，咁啊大家都知咩事㗎啦。咁啊 The Day Before 啊，嗰個終極騙局啊，原來係撲街騙局嚟嘅，屌！嗰陣時仲講到實子，哇望落去，哇同 Division2，哇並肩而行，哇超勁嘅一隻 game，哇望落去，哇睇嚟 Division2 有對手啦，哇屌你！原來隻 game 根本就係嗰啲大學生嗰啲。即係其實我唔打算出片講嘅，即係好多人依家出片講啦，咁啊，但我冇乜打算出片講，因為冇意思。即係去特登寫稿出片屌，特登去走去屌一間係完全冇意思嘅嘢，咁啊真係即係一單冇乜意思，純粹為咗所謂嘅流量咁啊，費事嘥時間。咁啊講下啦，咁啊話説隻 game 出咗4日啦，咁啊對 Day Before 咁啊劣評如潮，我諗壓倒性劣評啦，應該。玩唔到咁滯啦，即係我望落去見到好多都基本上係唔得㗎啦，即係啲嘢，即係無論係 bug 啊、遊戲機制，全部嘢都冇任何 design 過，跟住仲要俾人踢爆咗佢嗰個地圖係買翻嚟㗎，仲要話係即係地圖係買翻嚟啦，即係以我曾經喺大學做過 game 嘅即係做過一啲 game 嘅嗰啲叫做相關嘢啦，即係其實你有啲 access store 嘅，即係咩 access store 咧？即係譬如話你一啲有啲 character，OK，即係譬如話 T-pose 嘅 character 俾你 down 到落嚟啲動作，嗰啲 join 絲群全部整好晒，即係佢好多都係咁樣買落嚟嘅，咁啊 download 上網嚟用，咁所以其實係咯，成件事係一個大型騙局咯，原來係一個。我自己都有啲覺得好神奇嘅 Fnatic 啊，咩啊 Fantastic 啊，唔好意思啊，係 屌啱啱打完，屌啱啱打完 LL 撲街變咗 fanatic， 屌啦識，唔係 fantastic 係唔好意思啊，啱啱打完 LL 啊，個人未回魂，I'm so sorry 啊，唔好意思啊，咁啊依家就搞緊 refund 啦，咁啊基本上嘅 game 玩唔到啦，即係你買咗。即係你見到佢裏邊所有嘅 bug 咧，全部都唔會有人 fix 㗎啦。基本上因為間鋪頭直接執笠嘅，係啊冇錯。會直接執笠嘅嗰間鋪頭，即係成間遊戲廠。即係因為即係你諗下出咗隻 game，哇！屌你個口碑做到差到撲街啦！唔係唔關事，係我講錯。OK，it's my bad 係啦。咁啊，所以就連隻 game，即係你知遊戲廠商咧，除非你係真係啲大廠，你係真係有水 keep 住泵。如果唔係你啲嘢咧，一隻 game 一撲街就間嘢就撲街啦，工作室。咁依家仲要玩 refund， 即係你證明呢5年嚟你所有5年嚟嘅投資全部都冇撚晒啦。幾撚型出 game 出到直接收皮係。有冇可能係全境2終於可能跨平台 PC 同 PS5？呢個絕對唔可能。呢個絕對冇可能，我都幾肯定。就算有都唔係一件好事，因為一嚟跨平台冇可能嘅意思係當年 Creative Director 即係 Yannick 啦嚇，成面鬍鬚個人都講過話係做唔到嘅，因為佢啲 server 係分開晒嘅。呢個係第一點啦。咁啊，第二點就係、你知道 Division2 其實係一個好唔同嘅個生態，即係你 PS 或者 Xbox 嘅玩家嗰個生態，同埋我哋 Division 嗰、個叫咩啊？我哋 PC 玩家嘅生態嗰兩樣嘢係好唔同嘅，即係你除非你嗰個跨平台係可以選擇開定唔開，如果唔係嘅話，開咗跨平台咧，你個暗區咧嗰班 PS5、PC 嗰班Xbox 嗰班人咧，除非個輔助瞄準好恐怖，如果唔係冇可能打得贏。冇可能打得贏，即係你見到 Xbox 嗰啲 PVP 片咧，其實如果你攞 PC 啲人咧，嗰個操作嗰個反應速度咧 ，Xbox 嗰啲一定或者 PS5 一定出事。我唔能夠話一定係會出事啦，即係我唔能夠話哇可能高手打得贏咧，係冇錯，呢隻 game 有幾多個係高手？冇錯，呢隻 game 有幾多係高手？即係有幾多係我哋所講嘅 hardcore player， 有幾多係 casual player？ 你計到嗰樣嘢。Not that song is Tarkov， 係啊冇錯，即係我嗰日見到話睇人玩直播試玩，根本就係全境暗區。你可以當佢係生存模式咯 ，PVP 版嘅生存模式咯，但係條街度係冇怪嘅，因為佢啲怪嗰啲刷新速度係唔夠人手去殺得快，而且嗰啲怪嗰啲奇怪嗰啲硬直啊乜乜柒柒嗰啲咧，全部都唔得㗎，嗰樣嘢係唔會 support 到去做嗰樣嘢。因為你嗰件事係無限啊嘛，生存模式係一個消耗戰嚟嘅，佢總會有完嘅一日噶嘛。但係嗰個係一個唔會完嘅 Tarkov 咯。你冇子彈又打唔到喪屍，咁但係問題係你赤手空拳又有人嚟打鳩你咁樣，你冇可能打得贏。即係你試想像下，你玩生存模式到有一日你係冇任何攻擊手段咯，你得翻批爭咯，咁唔可能噶嘛。大家鬥批咩？冇可能嘅，呢隻 game 係做唔到呢樣嘢。所以嗰隻 game 其實應該話一出，其實都已經預咗佢會收皮嘅隻 game。但係個問題係冇諗過係連間公司都直接放棄治療啫。主機 PVP 兜圈打 PC PVP 對槍係，所以就冇乜好講嘅呢樣嘢。即係個生態係好唔同嘅。如果你跨平台，除非你有得選擇跨唔跨平台咯。咁但係我相信你一開始出咗跨平台嗰班玩 PS5 Xbox 嘅人，哇玩暗區先入嚟，哇屌你話，哇你同 PC 玩對槍嚟攞 PS5， 冇可能嘅，近乎冇可能嘅，除非你嗰個對嗰個 aim assist， 即係好似 Apex 嗰個 aim assist 咁樣，如果唔係你冇可能打贏。我都幾肯定嗰樣嘢。Wing 姐，感謝你送出5個立華嘅會籍啊！感謝你，我哋嘅金主 is back。感謝 Wing 姐，感謝 Wing 姐大佬，等我打埋呢層先，我再宣讀得獎者。等我一陣，我有啲忙，個撲街盾佬嚟緊啦，係啦。 咁啊，分別咧有5位特工咧，有5位觀眾咧係收到今次 wing 姐送出嘅會籍啊 ，wing 姐大佬。咁啊，分別阿希啦、有輝啦、Alex Chang 啦、Kelvin Yu 啦，同埋 Kiko 嘅啊，就係呢幾位啊幸運兒啦。咁佢哋咧就可以獲得神奇嘅會籍啦。咁啊，今個月咧睇下我28號可唔可以出到條會員限定嗰條片啊？我搞埋 Armored Core 第2集，我搞埋嗰條片啊，因為仲有2個禮拜。仲有2個禮拜就季度大結局啦，我又要嘔條40幾分鐘嘅片出嚟啦。Hi 你好 Bernard Cho， 係咪 Cho 啊？我有冇讀錯你個姓啊？因為我對啲姓氏嗰啲名有啲差。Choi 啊 ，CXU Cho 啊，我唔識讀嗰個名。Holy shit！ 另外一種門喺邊啊？另一種門喺邊啊？啊，豬哦豬。My bad。儲音啊！多謝 wing 姐對 Day Before 笑死，係啊冇錯。對 Day Before 係應該咁講咯，我應該即係前嗰幾次直播都有同大家講過，佢一定撲街㗎呢個 game。即係你出咗嚟之後係咁撚樣，你實撲街。但我冇諗過撲街到個地步係連個遊戲製作組都直接放棄。我放棄啦，唔做啦。然之後直接走，我冇諗過係咁誇張咯，應該係話，我冇諗過係去到呢個地步。不過都冇㗎啦，都身敗名裂㗎啦，即係時候要上網揾下到底有邊啲人有份搞嗰隻 game 呢？以後佢哋有份搞嗰隻佢哋以後有份邊個有份整 game 呢？就千祈唔好再玩嗰隻 game 啦，我哋唯有咁做。屌 FAL 真係好廢呢把槍。屌你咁都打中！喂，屌你仲嚟多嘢，仆街！喂，點解啊？喂，黐線玩到子彈都用晒。我覺得今次收皮居多啊，其實。我覺得今次收皮居多，話唔定手槍都好用喎佢。康榮恩這東西比手槍好用。去咗邊啊隻 boss？ 我得手槍，呢把咪191嚟，好似唔係喎。黐線，估唔到咁快撲街同埋咁徹底。係咯，我係估唔到咁快。4日都真係有啲快，同埋咁徹底滅亡咯，即係嗰個阿叔咁樣徹底滅亡。喂，唉，呢個垃圾槍。奧卡羅爾打唔到啊！好廢啊！YFL 真係好廢，唔係講笑，搞不撚掂。呢個算唔算係年度最大嘅騙局啊 ？The Day Before 之前出嗰條 trailer 又話係真嘅，結果又仆咗街。啊！唉，搞掂。垃圾槍有咩奇特啊？今次俾啲好嘢你唔該。OK， 我哋 re 啦，我唔玩啦，我不玩啊，超年啊，我不玩啊，醫生之家，盲目正義，好嘢啊，好嘢啊，嗨你好啊小強，我決定走啦，我走啦，超年啊，我走啦，即刻離開，唔好喺架車度，再嚟多次，黐線。垃圾到一個地步， 已經得把垃圾槍啦，仲要俾啲垃圾技我。可唔可以一次過掉5個出嚟啊？可唔可以一次過掉5個 T 奇特天賦啊？或者掉4個都好啊！屌你！你抽個吸血生物醫生之家，再加盲目正義，真係玩唔到落去咧！真係搞得撚掂！哇！真係好嘢啊！好，再嚟。Let's do this shit again。喂！今次有把唔錯喎，偏移護盾爆破地雷啦，地雷唔錯。有把唔錯嘅散彈槍，呢把 OK， 我幾中意呢把。呢把個 reload 勁快，勁快呢把嘢。掉定先。好，我攞招咩技嚟到底？第一次抽真係應該多啲奇特，係咯？你第一次應該多1兩個，多1個都好啊！屌你，直接3個都垃圾，撲街點玩？所以最好唔好揀 cam。其實你用咩技獵人就會用咩技。我唔記得陣間換咗佢咯。約度哇，呢啲全部都賦能嚟㗎原來，哇好嘢！咁唯有揀出血啦，我都唔知揀咩好，真係搞不撚掂。呢邊啊呢邊啊，啲技真係，唉真係開心啊！其實佢可以加多啲，其實佢而家有啲咩國安局嗰啲貨幣其實已經冇乜用。佢啲國安局貨幣已經冇乜用，可唔可以攞嚟買其他嘢咧？其實吓？咩？我做乜嘢啊？黐線！我又俾佢啲垃圾筆打中，嗰個隱形人，哇！佢啲垃圾筆爭啲仆街。哇！唉，投機啦，投機啦，我唔到啦，投機取巧啦，我不到啦，投機取巧好過冇，攞嚟打嗰隻 Nemesis 都叫有啲用。早晨你好，黃生 ，hello。好，奇怪 Seeker。我哋壓呢邊，然之後打嗰度。哦，直接死一隻。哦，都好喎。佢直接死一隻，一個 Seeker 死一隻盾佬。唔係冇乜用，係完全冇用。屌。Hi， 你話 Max？步槍兵。步槍兵都 OK 嘅，散彈打頭都好玩嘅。今晚啲 loot 真係有啲差喎，今晚唔係講少啊。喂 ，by the way， 見有啲人開始入嚟咧，今晚可能會打 Ray 喎，睇下夠唔夠人，有冇人需要打 Ray？有人需要打 Ray 就可以打 Ray。我好似好耐冇打 Ray。OK。你點解死好多人嘅咩？唔係喎，冇死過喎原來。佢頭先個音效好似死好多人咁喎，搞到。哦，有咩技？哇！真係哇！咁樣啊！ Why today fuck you？ 冇點解嘅喎，心血來潮就心血來潮㗎啦。咁唔係點解？再唔係陣間我哋咩咯？打失樂園咯，有冇人打失樂園咧？我覺得對鹹尾蛇冇乜興趣，冇乜追求啊，無欲無求。嗰個叫咩？賢者立華，最中意打 Ray 嗰個話唔打，笑死，係冇錯。點解呢？點解你唔打呢？嚇！仲有後邊。好嚟啦！第一個奇特 ，She need to find destiny。OK。哎，有自由呼吸。OK。Done。任務完成，我哋今日贏啦！好臭 ，what the fuck！ 我對 Ray 2冇興趣。人有三大慾望，沒有那種塵世的慾望。Oh no! Well, shit happens. Shit happens, isn't it? M870，然之後我哋買個電，加多個裝甲包。好，散彈，我哋已經有輸出，我哋有最強嘅輸出啦，而家 M870， M870 都唔係幾好啊，老實講。Flagged D2 boring， 哦咪冇錯 ，Destiny 2 better。打 2 打 Overwatch，OK， 冇啦，準備收皮啦要，邊有咁易啊？哇！一炸死晒！我依家要維護保存咯，依家。如果想安全咁樣玩到最後嘅話，就要用維護保存。咁樣啊，10方啦我要，因為 M870 嘅話10方有用啲，唔使上彈。琴日係咪打？琴日單翻 for you to what？ 單乜嘢？好爽。TF2 冇單 TF2 喎。阿希一大七，記唔記得裝甲值？我知啊，我諗緊點搞。嘣！一炸死晒，唔係我仲有一隻喎。我呢度跳一隻出嚟嗰度。一打開收皮，哇！樂天派正，唔使諗。哇！我哋全部都火力喎，冇維護保存喎。啱啱拎白球 ，what the fuck？Titanfall 2，Titanfall 2我擺咗都未得閒玩翻，成日都話玩，結果都係冇一件事。How the fuck？有冇可以解釋下嗰個？好火力。喂嚇！唉，維護保存啦。死人係冇輸出嘅，維護保存啦，得我玩。點睇對 Day Before 接鳩咗？啱啱講完個 topic，啱啱講完。個總結就係冇諗到咁快，同埋咁直接收皮咯，令到成間公司。即係你出一隻 game fuck up 咗，其實好多廠商都係，即係好多廠商都係某一隻 game fuck up 咗，但係佢唔會即時收皮咯。但可能因為本身佢細 studio 咧，就變相變咗直接收皮。 所以係幾驚喜嘅嗰一下，其實係即係有啲意外。即係我今朝翻工嗰陣時咧，佢話佢直接收皮，我有啲意外。哦 ，Hi Xavier， 好耐冇見啦。點樣先有啊？佢嗰個帶名聖誕背包咧，咩聖誕快遞啊，咩節日快遞啊，叫做你要去做聖誕計劃，順便去揾埋隻哥布林先有。即係個 Loot Goblin 啊，係啊。如果你哋需要嘅話，我聽日喺 Shot 度整。我發覺整 Shot 真係好方便。即係有陣時有啲嘢咧想講咧，佢話喂嚟緊出啲咁嘅嘢喎，喺呢度揾啲咁嘅嘢喎咁樣。出個 shot 咧係講緊整15分鐘就出到一條咁嘅片，去幫我解釋晒10幾個人問嘅問題。爭啲死。係啊，所以如果你需要個 shot 嘅話，我聽日可以幫你整。邊度揾嗰隻 Loot Goblin？ 我都係呢度開嗰隻網出嚟啲危險。冇事，封咗門。呢隻 game 咩聽都冇聽過，啲 Day Before 係堪稱話同全境封鎖有得揮啊！隻 game 大家都去，話大家都係 MMORPG， 跟住又話嗰隻喪屍，又話一樣都係用喺紐約度做背景咁樣，講到好似好巴閉咁樣，結果原來係戇鳩嘅。揾 cover。好，搞掂。講到好巴閉啊嗰陣時。係啊，推薦南暗大門，然之後右手邊個停車場，係冇錯。嗰個上次一去就有，係方便㗎。不過之前有條友話唔整垃圾短片。我所指嘅唔整垃圾短片係講緊唔整嗰啲咩啊？一條3分鐘嗰啲2-3分鐘嗰啲咧，即係而家開 shot， 即係點解我要整嗰嚿嘢咧？因為嗰嚿嘢啲人咧，我開個 post 出嚟，啲人唔撚睇啊！屌你，係都要喺度問嘅，好得意啊！好多人喺度問，講啊嗱，話嗰個嘢點揾啊？嗰個嘢點啊？佢喺嗰度，係啊喺嗰度。屌我唔諗啦，一次過，放條 shot 出嚟自己睇啦，唔好煩啊咁樣。Man the best build 嗰啲係講緊咩 the best build 嗰啲啊？咩2-3分鐘咩 best build 咩2023喎？哎呀，我唔記得買。唉，我掛住講，我唔記得買嘢啊！屌嗱聲，我仲係俾人電。好嘢啊！增加遊戲難度啦，我哋。喂，仲有一隻。哇，好嘢！我唔記得買嘢，屌我掛住講，撲街！我唔記得買嘢啊，屌！係啊，冇錯，拾荒者小偷係啊，冇錯，我係 Loot Goblin。好嘢啊！我唔記得，我真係好中意呢隻 game。我唔記得買嘢。fuck！嗰個執子彈其實已經變到好嗰啲叫咩？好下意識啦，肌肉反應。乜講得太 happy？ 唔係講得太 happy。我唔記得買嘢啊！唔緊要啦，我哋有死亡女神。好，小馬自己。好，樂天派得啦 ，good。This is what I needed。所以我哋今 round 盡量揀一啲我哋有嘅技能升咗去算啦，唔好煩。係咪冇買槍？我唔使買槍，係冇買個空位啊！我要買空位啊，因為冇位啦。咩叫冇位啊？ 我需要維護保存多啲。依家有啲驚，哇！精準攻擊喎又嚟，15% 爆率啦，好啦，繼續。原來冇空咩冇空 ？What the fuck？ 什麼鬼？係咪又漏電啊？冇行！哇嚇！冇 no audio。黐線，連 Division 都冇 no audio。喂！好嘢啊！頭先嗰下真係，可唔可以 fix 咗佢唔該？好 ，next 創傷，唔要虐待狂 ，bye。陣間就可以行埋嗰隻怪，懟埋佢塊面咯，叭，喺度瘋狂開槍。一波敵人接近中，哇嗰邊啊！大鑊了！係應該炸死晒，冇錯。哇！呢度出怪，走先。應該仲有啲追喺入邊喎，仲有兩隻。OK。中唔中啊？中咗。好，搞掂。有，記得冇記得，開心。其實虐待狂可以配創傷，因為有流血 debuff， 但我冇位，我冇位啊！攞創傷先啦，我冇位啦，因為，唉，終於買到嘢啦，真係吹脹。有冇把勁少少散彈槍？突擊機槍塔啊 ，decoy 啊，唉唔好啦，算。睇下先，我哋買咩？我哋要一紅一電，一紅一電，然之後再加多個電啦，裝甲包。我覺得官方其實盡快要揾方法去令到我哋有呢一個原因去玩深潛。佢應該要盡快將嗰啲咩深潛嗰啲國安局貨幣咧揾方法，好似發電廠咁俾你買啲箱翻嚟。如果我哋積咗幾百個，依家800幾個好似，我而家有843個，積埋都唔知有咩用咧，又係同啲暗區貨幣一樣。但係佢暗區貨幣都醒啦，都已經改咗做咩啦已經。即係暗區貨幣依家可以買奇特箱啦嘛，喺個門口度，佢都醒。下次更新佢會增加1500，停手啦好唔好啊？玩夠啦 ，Ubisoft 夠啦。我唔想再，唔係我好樂意去，即係哇有埋精神錯亂喎，正喎！即係我好樂意去為呢一個 Division 繼續出呢一個故事片，但係50幾條錄音真係有啲吃力，真係有啲攰，唔係講笑。你計下50幾條錄音一條，我當你分半鐘一條啊！你嗰度都已經個半鐘噶咯，要聽黐撚線睇套戲咁樣已經。即係我不斷喺度聽，不斷 mark memo，淨係一日嘅工作量，有一日嘅時間都未必搞掂。咦？得一道門呀？嚇？得一道？ 點解冇人中咁？點解 what the fuck？ 158個錄音，諗起都覺得驚。除非佢一個禮拜出3個咁樣，聽到都正。我淨係知半年貨仔變咗年度廣播劇，係啊，黐線！變咗年度廣播劇，真實哇係咁樣啊！有10方，唔錯唔錯，有10方都好嘅。乜撚嘢話？係啊，變咗年度廣播劇，好撚誇張。158個錄音，係增加到158個啊！即係佢嗰個依家50幾個，我唔記得咗50幾啊！再加多100個俾我，哇！我真係跳樓死都唔掂。喂，你明唔明啊？即係已經平時個工，即係今季就叫好啲嘅，即係我就咁依家 mark 低嗰啲 point 出嚟。其實今季嗰個劇情，喂，撲！估唔到呢一個 Seeker Mine 仲有一個咁嘅方式去 counter 誇張，爭啲收皮，自爆100幾個錄音搞不撚掂，係啊，100幾個錄音真係唔得咧，真係唔係幾好咧咁樣，得喎，係喎，保存 good。藍色人隻 game 都整完，去整 D3 應該都冇乜大更新。藍色人呢，其實就咁講啦。藍色人其實係一隻 game 呢，係唔需要多人，係冇必要多人，因為你係一條直線嘅 roleplay RPG game 嚟嘅。首先我唔明白點解要連上網啦，呢樣嘢我理解唔到，可能要嚟緊出 skin 俾你買咯，我唔知啦。定係其實你買完跟住 unlock 啲 skin，but anyway 呢樣嘢我唔 judge 啦，呢樣嘢就佢可以花多啲心機喺嗰個玩家個體驗度咯，我覺得。依家個好老實講，即係我作為一個OK， 冇事。即係我作為一個阿凡達，即係 sort of 比較中意阿凡達嘅人都唔係好搞得掂隻 game， 好老實講。我覺得最大嘅問題就係嗰條 Vecna 嗰條叫咩啊？嗰條龍啊！我玩咗，我同大家直播咗咁多個鐘啦，到依家都仲未有嗰條龍，其實係好有問題。因為好快就會飽和，即係你嗰個審美疲勞啊！因為你成個地下其實都係後花園啫嘛，你全部都係花花草草咁，你好快會悶。你不如飛上天空，快啲去做到個任務，開下一個新場景咁樣不斷去切換更加好啦。因為你呢隻 game 其實講真，你 fans 向嘅啫嘛。好老實講，你即係我諗應該唔會特別有人因為哇阿凡達出 game 就玩，唔會特別有人話哇好似 Ubisoft 出年度大作喎去玩，唔會有人咁諗噶。我相信就咁，所以我覺得應該係 fans 向嘅 game 咧，你唔使搞咁多啲咩天花龍鳳嗰啲嘢，你直接出咗隻 game，OK 可以體驗到個世界啊！即係好似霍格華茲傳承咁，但係霍格華茲傳承都係 fuck up 咗㗎啦。即係你大概俾人個分析就你盡早攞晒所有嘢，跟住你自己 explore 個世界咁樣。即係我玩咗4個鐘，即係由嗰隻 game 嘅遊戲時長嚟講，4個鐘雖然唔算好多，但係我覺得已經足夠。即係我覺得已經足夠去 sort of 嗰個新鮮期。你玩一個立體一隻立體嘅即係 open world 嘅 game， 你點樣先叫立體？係麻煩大家去望一望 Witcher 係啊，即係你個世界因為你嘅選擇而有改變，呢個就叫做 open world。如果唔係你極其量即係變 open map， 又係另一隻 Ubisoft 嘅遊戲，不斷去做嗰啲神奇任務。又潛入去啦，攞嘢啦，成個場冇人，但係結果有人撤離到嘅咁樣嗰啲咧。藍皮花 cry 就係 fans 向所有幾鳩人有賣單，係喎，今次唔係阿凡達冇收錢，係咪可以屌得啦？咩冇收錢唔屌得？技術上嚟講，阿凡達我唔能夠出片去屌鳩佢嘅，但係我覺得其實冇乜所謂，即係 我而家又唔係屌鳩佢嘅，即係我覺得好有啲失望咯。你開發咗咁多年，你個鋪排有啲問題，同埋好唔 friendly 啊！成個戰鬥系統，即係你都係嗰句咯。你而家你又唔係要玩，你又唔係要走去做咩 FPS 射擊遊戲，屌你把弓要拋物線嘅。我寧願佢變翻直線啊！即係你即係擊殺敵人，只係一個過程。你真正嘅着眼點喺啲任務度、啲故事度好過啦。即係其實佢嗰個故事其實做得幾好嘅。佢嗰個故事係講你一個作為俾 RDA 即係嗰個資源發展局養大嘅嘅土著，你點樣去即係你點樣去決定你嘅身份認同呢樣嘢？其實我哋香港人都好多嗰啲咁嘅 déjà vu 啊，叫做即係好多嗰啲既視感喺度。即係佢呢個故事係可以帶到個矛盾出嚟，但係你裏邊嗰啲戰鬥系統有啲不倫不類，我覺得即係我唔明白點解一個即係你又唔係玩機制，你係純粹玩技巧，要把箭，你仲要屌你真係狩獵咧嗰啲炮。話跑得咁撚快，佢個弱點係邊一條頸？只得嗰一撅仔，哇點揾啊大哥過嚟做納菲人？我唔係我係扮納菲人，我唔係納菲人，我冇可能可以做到哇下下都爆頭，哇爆頸咁樣唔係啊大哥，我就要殺嗰條咁嘅垃圾牛，嗰條垃圾牛又喺個鼻哥窿，個鼻哥窿度大哥點搞啊？做乜嘢啊？我狩獵喂大佬 Red Dead Redemption 都冇咁複雜喎。所以我覺得個問題喺度，即係都幾勸退啊！即係玩落去個體驗咧，你又唔可以一開始攞龍，好香港人被逼選擇咗係啊！我淨係想講睇直播都覺得悶係啊，咁但係冇辦法啦，即係我 sort of 要去直播啦，冇好講啦呢樣嘢。即係佢 sponsor 咗個終極版咁，我覺得就同大家玩幾個鐘啦咁樣。但我自己都冇乜特別動力再玩落去，即係佢哋個諗法係好嘅，但係個方向個 execute 嗰個呈現方式錯咗咯，錯晒。因為你要體驗，即係好簡單啫嘛。你試下《哈利波特霍格華茲的傳承》咧，你要用阿法達卡達巴，你要對住個遊戲撲，即係你試下你要有一日對住個 game 咪個阿加法達，你啲 echo。即係你唔係呢個方式啊嘛，但係你阿凡達你依家你嗰個即係你嗰個阿凡達你就係要人做就係要玩家好似納菲咁，哇！我跑過去瞄準極快速，哇！甩弓砰射中佢條頸，哇！完美擊殺。即係我唔知啦，我唔知之後會唔會有啲乜嘢標砌可以令到你個 character 係直接係咯。即係佢賣得好行啊！呢隻 game 即係佢好出好多廣告啊！但係我又覺得你問阿立華嫂就知其實我幾中意阿凡達。即係我中意阿凡達，唔係話去到哇好似 Division 咁，哇我要研究晒所有故事，哇美術設定集，哇全部唔係。即係我幾 enjoy 嗰陣時睇戲帶俾我去到一個新星球嗰個感覺，即係嗰個體驗啊！睇戲嗰陣時我係中意呢樣嘢，即係好似。點解《哈利波特》第一集係我永遠覺得係最好睇？即係唔係因為個劇情，唔係因為個電腦特技或者乜嘢，而係佢可以引領到個觀眾入到去佢哋嗰個世界度。即係無論係去到邪角廊啊，你去買嘢啊，即係你去火車上邊買嘢食啊，即係你好多嘢可以引到你嘅觀眾入去佢嗰個世界度。阿凡達第一集都係，即係你點樣由一個阿 Jack Sully 一個地球人嘅視角。即係切入到去阿凡達嗰個世界，即係 Pandora 裏邊，你點樣去入到去嗰個世界度？然之後隨住每一次阿 Jack Sully 入去阿凡達嗰度去同啲 Navi 人溝通，你點樣慢慢將你個心態改變，投入到去套戲度？即係呢個係我中意阿凡達嗰樣嘢咯，而唔係話係咯。即係唔係話哇好犀利喎啲技術，哇畫面好靚。即係當然啦，睇畫面都係一個重點啦。即係睇占士金馬倫點樣突破自己嗰啲 CG 技術都係一個重點啦。但係相比之下，我會覺得嗰個體驗點樣引導觀眾入去個世界度嗰個體驗係緊要好多。即係緊要好多啊！你點樣去做到一隻咁嘅 game，你就要諗嗰樣嘢咯。即係你點樣用咩方式去呈現？所以其實佢唔用 MMORPG 去呈現，其實係一個啱嘅嗰個。我話唔得可以走呢度點解？呢度好危險啊！呢度 好，哈利波特教你食鼻屎，食闊魚啦！阿榮恩，衛斯理，哇！我俾個 rider kick。哇！我冇睇錯啊！發生咩事？嗰架車垂直飛埋嚟，喂！哇！直接死咗隻 boss， 咁勁嘅咩粒 Seeker？ 隻 boss 直接收咗皮喎。有冇奇德？哇！掂有多個奇德，空中車，因為哈利波特個連續劇個鄧不利都係黑人都唔知咩玩法，感同身受，適應本能。其實都冇乜用嘅，都 trigger 唔到，都係廢嘅。我身上邊已經有最強嘅招技。榮恩，衛斯理，空中車，因為榮恩叫咗下，黐線，好唔投入啊！所以我覺得成件事，即係你要去揾材料都算啦。即係你阿凡達，屌你仲要我記背低，我要不斷去學習點樣搣水果。去搣嗰個方向係啱嘅，我覺得呢個真係勁，呢個真係勁黐線，呢個真係我唔明白呢啲係即係我明白你要學咗一個 Navian， 你就要學識話，譬如話我用弓箭百發百中咁樣，屌你我練啲我打隻單機 game 大哥玩隻單機 game， 我要陪你喺度玩記拋物線，我就不如翻去嗌拍 shit 嗰度練佢拋物線唔好。你明唔明啊？即係嗰個好尷尬啊個感覺，即係我點解要練呢啲嘢？我練呢啲嘢個目的係乜嘢？即係我喺一隻單機 game 度練到天花龍鳳都冇意思喎，呢樣嘢，即係冇意思。我練到天花龍鳳係冇錯咁然後咧 end 鄧不力加我知啊，對 Day Before 工作室破產係我知啊，拋物線還好，摘水果真係搞不撚掂。係咯，我真係我理解唔到啊！即係你仲要煮嘢食咁 Q 麻煩咧，即係你煮嘢食你又唔係特別好似，你又唔係好似 Monster Hunter World 咁樣整段貓大廚出嚟，我純粹擺兩嚿肉擺落個爐度拎翻出嚟咁啊完啦個動畫。咁其實係呢個係點樣可以增加代入感咧？我又理解唔到呢樣嘢。但係摘水果嗰個我真係玩咗打咁多年機咧，哇！黐線喺度隔離 spawn， 哇好嘢喎！喺隔離 spawn， 頂齋下，死咗得，流血死 ，surprise motherfucker！ 煮飯明明係薩爾達個系統，其實唔係咯，呢啲煮飯嘢好 common 嘅一樣嘢，但係我覺得佢做得好差咯呢樣嘢。你要增加個代入感，而唔係整一大堆好麻煩嘅系統啊嘛！即係你弓箭殺到咪算咯，你仲要殺到你，即係你落去肢解，你仲要騎個肚咁樣，大哥做乜嘢啊？即係我睇到我其實覺得有啲猛嘅嗰樣嘢。即係我嚟係想 enjoy 下隻 game 個世界好簡單，即係阿凡達點樣可以做到就合格呢？你講到個故事係關於阿凡達其中一個好核心嘅概念，就係一個對立一個矛盾。即係譬如話第一集就係 Jack Sully 佢點樣作為一個地球人變成一個阿凡達，然之後加入 Navian 嗰種嘅矛盾，佢講呢樣嘢。第二集嗰個矛盾就係你對於家族同埋你個部落，你點樣去作出取捨權衡，跟住或者係你嘅親情啊，即係你嗰個party 啊，即係你點樣你屋企人，即係你蜘蛛，其實你有睇過第二集，你知個蜘蛛其實係一個人類嚟噶嘛，即係無啦啦見翻佢嗰個所謂嗰個上教係佢老豆啊嘛，即係出咗咁撚耐啊，我都唔怕點樣劇透你哋，即係嗰個對立就係講緊你點樣繼續傾落去啫嘛。你點樣去為咗你屋企人同你個部落去取捨，即係嗰啲對立面。咁今次 Ubisoft 將嗰個故事 set 咗喺技傷撞校， 即係 Ubisoft 將個故事 set 咗喺一班俾人類捉咗嘅 Navian 點樣去揾到自我認同呢，即係身份認同呢樣嘢，又係可以講。即係我冇玩落去，我唔知啦嚇。就係喺我睇到個對立之前，我已經喺一堆好意義不明嘅系統嗰度，我已經勸退咗咯，俾隻 game。嗰條戇鳩嘅氣氛又係古怪怪，其實係啊，第二集個劇情係古怪怪，我唔明白點解整個咁嘅人類咯。跟住後尾原來嗰個上教嘅 Colonel 又係不死不滅嘅撲街。佢原來出發之前將佢啲記憶 save 低咗 back up 咗，屌你咁即係無限生命，咁你直接複製100個，然之後你直接複製100個，然之後將 deploy 100個啲咁嘅小隊落去炒咗成個阿凡達咪算咯，屌你仲要逐隊去，你仲要整勁多錢整嗰啲奇奇怪怪嗰啲咩嗰啲咩旁敲側擊咁樣，即係嗰啲咩蟹嗰啲機械人啊，啲奇奇怪怪嘅嘢，你搞咁多嘢做乜鳩？你將個上教嗰個小隊直接 copy， 你唔好話 copy 100個啦 ，copy 10隊出嚟啦 ，Jack Sully 都收皮啦，都打唔贏啦已經。佢又唔係嘅，佢又硬係我哋要慳錢啊，我哋要揾錢啲咁樣屌啦！大公司依家做嘢唔會咁同你慳㗎。所以嗰個劇情又係古怪怪嘅，係唔撚明白佢做乜撚嘢。OK， 好啦，下一個深潛嘅錄音啊，自動化奧提茲機械人公司嘅始創人公佈訓練模擬全自動化嘅計劃，睇下先。Birdie 係邊個到底？Huh.
And make it easier for Birdie to do her work independently. Anything you can do to make this project go smoother with fewer hands on deck, the better. And whenever you finish those upgrades Nat is paying for, I would be happy to share any of her old and surplus toys. Warning. You've disavowed Division2.
娜塔莉亞嗰啲所謂 upgrade 就會用佢啲舊玩具，即係國土安全部都有娜塔莉亞嗰啲舊玩具。英吹説感謝我哋嘅金主啊，感謝你啊嘛 ，Welcome back Rogue Agents， 感謝你加半邊特工 ，Welcome back Rogue Agents。40個月爽係40，啊咁快啦，已經3年啦，原來已經啲時間真係過得快。好，咁啊大概就係咁啦，咁即係國土戰略國土安全部應該係有一啲我哋所謂黑色獠牙應該有嘅技術，佢哋都應該有嘅，但係其實大家都係同一條水嘅，有我一啲都唔覺得好出奇。好啦，咁啊，我哋過去揾一揾呢一個 Loot Goblin 先，官方直播11點半啊，11點半先有官方直播啊，咁所以我哋唔使咁快住，我哋有啲時間去 chill 或者1個鐘頭左右，我哋可以揀去打呢個 Suck 樂園，又或者我哋去呢一個打 Ray 嘅，但係我諗應該冇乜人想玩呢個 game，我老實講。我純粹想上嚟攞埋個錄音，跟住睇下可唔可以揾到個 Loot Goblin。Suck 樂園應該係呢個位係最高機率嘅咯，應該啊又嚟啦，係啦出嚟啦，高機率 ，Hi， 好有咩呢？今次雪橇試手，唉雪橇槍，屌 ，So play what 嚟咯，Suck 樂園咯咁 ，Let's do Suck 樂園。Let's do some Suck 樂園，鹹尾蛇都有攞嘅價值嘅，未去到一個地步完全放棄佢嘅。I suggest Ray，OK，call people，I want to watch you suffer， 都冇人。其實難度冇影響 roll 嗰個品質，有。你每個難度會有個保底個上限㗎嘛，即係譬如話傳奇好似係 guarantee 50% 或以上啊嘛，嗰條巴，即係嗰個 roll 啊。50% 好似係50%，我唔記得咗 exactly 嗰個數字係幾多啦，但係應該係有影響嘅嗰個數值係。算把你都唔打嘅，係啊冇錯。係影響個下限咯，唔影響個上限係冇錯，影響個下限咯。即係佢保底至少一定出50% 或以上俾你咯，一定係。 兄弟呢個咩？咦，技能修復喎，技能修復啊！大家裝甲值。如果係技修加速就有用啦，夾硬將佢轉做電啊！我有冇件咁嘢望下先 ？Let's take a look 嘅。佢每個 update，佢每個 season 出一個新，佢出一個 incursion 就正啦。但係我估佢應該未有咁多時間去做啲咁嘅嘢。爆率、爆傷、技傷，呢個可以攞嚟用嘅，其實就。我見人哋講話，如果頭先暗區嗰位冇可以再傳疾控中心啊嘛，係啊，貿易中心，我自己就 prefer 貿易中心嘅，其實即係呢一個啊嘛，佢會喺呢一個位出嚟嘅，佢會喺呢度跳出嚟嘅，喺個坑渠度。我陣間再整個 shot 出嚟話俾大家知啊！我唔想特登大龍鳳咁整條6-7，即係我唔想夾硬將一樣可以30秒改完嘅嘢整條8分鐘嘅片出嚟水鳩大家。更新需時8分鐘 ，OK。Let's just wait for。咁我哋玩個咩先啊？咁我哋玩個 Hollywood 係乜鬼嘢嚟嘅？Hollywood 係咩玩法嚟嘅？能量護盾 ？What？ I don't get it. I really don't get it. 算啦，唔緊要啦。就算幾麻煩嘅都好，冇消防員解決唔到嘅問題。有啊，就用獵人啦。好，下一個傑克聯盟，我特登死地走咗去玩咗2個任務。淨係玩2個任務都唔夠嘅，其實。唔係我玩2個任務夠喎，我要去玩呢個自由島或者區域聯盟體育館啦，低地慣一鋪啦，都係收皮㗎啦，行啦。不過係咯，我其實疾管局總部其實我未見過，好老實講。即係當然啦，我唔會有無聊咁走去嗰度揾呢隻嘢啦。但係我自己真係未見過。等先，呢個轉翻做無人機先，方便啲。我陣間睇直播，我準備咗啲零食喺度。我買一罐啤酒。未開始，屌！我買一罐嗰啲乳酸啤酒，即係一罐阿水，我覺得買咧10零蚊，同埋買一條。聽唔聽到啊？我買一桶 Pringles 擺喺度，但係佢壯志未酬新鮮死，我已經食咗3分2啦。壯志未酬啊，新鮮死啊！尾咗。好，行得。我架無人機過唔過到嚟啊？冇啦，佢俾咗智障啊，要攣爆佢啦！唉，呢啲全域事件都係冇用。好，bye。有零件。好，燒晒。easy。Time to level up。哇，飛起咗喎！Time stop 係手榴彈品牌衫就係為咗呢個好 Hollywood。哦，係啊，原來係咩？我從來其實都冇 give a fuck 過嗰啲所謂全域事件係點玩。有點玩啊？個全域事件日食燒啦。佢話 Hollywood 喎，日食燒啦。佢話除咗嗰個爆頭叫咩啊？復活啊！除咗嗰個係要變做堅定之外，其實我諗唔到有啲咩全域事件係解決唔到。有嘅話就燒2次啦。全自動都唔使諗啦，任何嘢冇需要諗任何嘢。諗起一個 Nico 超老嘅 get， 即係咩？最好買個黃金子彈，係黃金子彈都係好玩嘅，但係官方唔出啊嘛。 縫，拜。好，行啦。睇下幾簡單。手板眼見功夫，我啲口渴啲。唉，今日食得太多 Pringles，立華嫂都喺度食。好熱氣啊！講好彩阿媽今晚煲嗰啲下火湯。呢個節瓜鹹蛋瘦肉湯有啲下火嘅元素喺度，雖然我唔明白點解會係下火，我理解唔到其實呢樣嘢。But 阿媽永遠都唔會錯跟。等我睇下先，阿媽係咪隔離？阿媽唔喺隔離 ，OK。阿嫂意思冇佢唔喺度啦，一首歌配一個人喺空中轉，飛沙風中轉。佢頭先喺度放個工，佢過咗嚟，佢過咗嚟，我哋 enjoy 咗啲個人嘅時間。We have a moment, we share a moment。係，阿點行得？掃檔第二大廳5分鐘都唔使，開心。喂，個火跌咗落去，哇，好嘢！垃圾北，應該仲有波嘅應該，我冇啦。Don't die, motherfucker. In fight， 我陣間先，我玩埋個聯盟先。等我一陣好快完㗎啦，俾多應該5分鐘內就完㗎啦，應該就。咁你係咪想出火咩？出火？哦，唔係，唔關事。No, you're thinking too much。喂，燒中。書蟲先生。好開心喎！俾我燒到 ，Oh my god！ 好，冇啦。好。This situation is serious。其實點解獵狗？唉，算啦，獵狗本身就係一班毒嗰啲叫咩？毒吸毒嗰啲叫咩？癮君子唔係喎，癮君子個口語係乜嘢？我陣間諗唔到個口語係咩添。道友啊，係啊，道友就係一班道友，佢哋只係一班道友。如果唔係 Black Tusk 都唔會成功上到位。好，燒齊。我揾方法燒埋嗰幾桶嘢。好，燒晒啦。Fucking dragons。唔係喎，我唔知個 terms 叫咩。哇！原來有佢爬出嚟嘅呢個 animation。我都唔知有呢個 animation 添。一齊燒中。哇！痛！道有名。我就諗緊燒咁耐都未死條友。D 樹爆甲未啊？點解仲未爆甲嘅？持續時間。呢個火勁啲嘅，係爆啦。Inbred son of a bitch。啊，7分鐘，簡單啦呢個。 冇嘢係解決唔到嘅。我冇轉到偽放，我冇轉到偽放。唉，要行嚟行去，為佢哋嘅戰術組織感到堪憂。Stand and fight, motherfucker! Stand and fight! 咁其實剩低嗰兩隻獵狗去咗邊呢？黃道同埋暴亂去咗邊度呢？個故事係冇講嘅喎，佢哋會唔會出翻個獵狗嘅 Ray 呢？整個 Ray 3都好啊，睇下會唔會有個 Ray 3，就係講呢個黃道同埋暴亂。不過都係嗰句諗下好啦，都係又係 Ubisoft 有更加大嘅問題需要解決。就啲 game 青黃不接，雖然嚟緊應該今個禮拜5晚會玩隻新嘅 game， 玩隻新嘅燒唔中，燒呢邊，唉佢唔行嗰邊原來，唉尷尬啊，唉燒呢隻仲冇乜用，喂呢邊係唔該。係冇錯，燒咗 good。官方唔記得咗佢哋冇講過。哇！有肥仔 ，10 cents。黃道淨係出嗰啲裝係個名係啊，好似係 Zodiac 啊嘛，黃道係。其實 Zodiac 係嗰個咩黃道，即係聖鬥士星矢啊，黃道12宮嗰個 Zodiac，即係個12星座嗰個黃道，而唔係老修嗰條黃道。哦，呢個可以留低喎，呢個唔錯。黃道12宮係冇錯，黃道係神隱暴亂，起碼都係叫 Echo 同故事係啊。Echo 有出現過咯。暴亂好似係我冇記錯個 Echo 好似係推人落樓嗰個啊嘛，我冇記錯嘅話係。如果唔係嘅話就係換人嗰個，即係哇！我依家殺咗你，我就可以上位啦咁樣嗰個。冇記錯的話，好似係呢兩個。拉亞節呢個可以，呢個唔錯。但係呢個係咯 ，Yes 推人落樓嗰個係，我唔記得啦，因為我印象中獵狗嘅 Echo 裏邊，我最深刻就係一個殺人上位嗰個，另一個就推人落樓嗰個。好嚟啦，玩個塞樂園先，又由喺萬寧國家動物園喎，有啲料到喎。我以為希哥無法邀請未啟用跨平台。早晨，你話 Mission Zero？呢個大名電器仲係咩？仲係會比甲係啊？會比甲啊，係我知啊。Discord OK。As you wish. Let's go into Discord, motherfucker. You motherfucker. Discord 啟動，打機笨走啊！冇人可加係冇人係可以加啦。
家姐又話打，呢要係自己又唔想先。
係。真年度最佳遊戲對 Day Before 開發商咩 Fantastic 啊，我叫做 Fantastic 啊，係咪讀 宣布執笠，係真係有啲料到。直接收皮嗰下好嘢。我哋過咗紐約先啦。
要街場。
哦，係啊，陣間要個街場。我哋過咗紐約先啦。最慘嘅就係咧，佢哋話嗰個咩啊佢宣布咗可以退錢啊嘛，佢宣布咗可以退嗰個錢去到同 Steam 喺度傾偈，話哇我哋退錢啦，然之後仲講到明話我哋係1蚊都唔會收㗎，係啦，我哋1蚊都唔會收到㗎，放心啦，我哋會退晒啲錢佢，對唔住我哋鳩你哋，我哋1蚊都唔會收，都有啲啲。
我個 GIF
咩北個 GIF？
收北我個 GIF 咯。
哦，well，
即係有一個見到隻色唔同，跟住去咗掹咗落嚟，即係成個 app 分配咗。
等陣先，呢個我哋冇得，
3代嘛，
我哋冇得咁樣飛過去。等陣先，因為我想知道失樂園同埋紐約係距離幾遠？飛行員嚇，我冇得喺紐約度飛去失樂園㗎。What the fuck？什麼鬼？嚇？乜嘢啊？我冇嚇？點解我冇得喺紐約度飛去失樂園嘅？點解？咩玩法啊？呢個係嚇冇㗎，原來屌啊！白行一趟，屌原來冇㗎，好嘢啊！呢個好嘢啊！呢個有啲料到。黐線。
唔係 GTA 啊嚟
GTA 有啊，更新啊嘛。
定係下個禮拜新 game 我都。
下個禮拜新 game，下個禮拜有咩新 game 啊？
唔係咁啊，唔係講話有嘢玩咩？
今個禮拜5。
哦，今個禮拜5。
係冇錯。
哎呀，我睇唔到啦。
冇啦，拜。
攬 B 直播啊！
攬 B 直播啊！
嘅。
咁刺激啊！今次有咩賣？有咩淫 skin 啊又？
唔知喎，等禮拜5直播。今次啲人話今次閃電神落啲堅，即係又嫌上咗一波咯，中國嗰邊。唉，
是但啦，乜鬼都嫌上啦。
咩女同我話炒 CP 喎？
是但啦，佢乜鬼都。
屌我班人而家係全部係話啲船淨係可以中意咗一個，唔可以自己搞 CP。
嚇！咁撚癲嘅咩啲玩家？
女同我啲啊！
有咩問題啊？咁赤城加賀咧？
赤城加賀本身就係啦。
咪就係咯，咁佢哋又唔嘈啊，嗰班冚家產。
咁我而家玩咩裝啊？
配對先，我囂啦，我囂啦。
咁我玩火啦。係我冇帶劍甲嘅喎。
What？
係啊，我冇劍甲喺度啊。係啊，我真係冇劍甲喺度啊。
得啊，咁你玩其他嘢啦咁。
跳彈咯。
冇啦，囂彈。
唔係我火，我得。
你冇特襲者咩？
冇啊得。咩我特襲者咪冇劍甲喺度咯？
唉，是但啦，照用。
我得電黑我劍甲喺度啫嘛，我都未。
唉，得我特襲者啦咁。
咁我玩奶啊。
Yep。Oh, you can do it。我要少少時間改一改翻啲裝先啊，一陣。
等陣，我呢個係咩？哦，呢個跳波嚟嘅。
唔係啊，我要轉等陣先。我要轉翻重機槍手。之後背囊嘅特襲者，空甲啊！先啊，神奇地手動 Jotomati， 之後呢個要咁樣嘅，加埋唔係呢個要散兵係冇錯。之後聖艾爾摩，跟住 Lefty 係冇錯。先而家幾多個數據睇下先 48爆率夠啦，全部推爆傷。48爆率就夠㗎啦，咁多位你帶土狼，千祈唔好帶多啊！有咩嘅？爆傷啱。
話開咋？
開咗。
行右邊定係左手邊先？
右邊先啦。點解你玩咗咁耐都仲未有 EMP 嘅？
哦，
係啊。
我攞得過咗。
What the fuck？你明知要打失樂園，你順便打埋一個啊嘛。哇 ！delay 陰公。
我撳個跳波啫，你唔好行咁快。哎呀！
屌那星隻肥仔燒柒我！
我心諗你係咪見唔到隻肥仔？
唔係啊，我已經掉咗嗰個。
你話你好大聲，你嚇撚到我仆街。
點解會咁咧？
唔知。哦，收皮咯。點解我 EMP 射咗過去冇反應嘅個 EMP？
點解我個
哦收皮咯，再嚟。
點解我個有利都冇反應啊？
你個有利有反應啊，但係你俾人燒柒咗啫嘛。
我見住佢俾人燒，跟住我 heal 波子未去到，我已經死咗啦。
12都仲係咁撚熱，係啊冇錯，有啲誇張。
我琴日見到我睇到個溫度係已經上到30度。
我想講係開冷氣瞓覺咯，我今日晏晝開冷氣啊。
係咪衝下你衝我俾個波子你？
自動嘅一個波子又係。
咁硬風喎！哇！你停喺度。兩個下嘢，我俾咗個風窩你啊！
個重點係我哋要等 EMP。
哦，等下我爆一爆。
爆
咗！我緊人。
唉屌！
哇！你都爆喎，拜拜。
Oh, got shit done. It's okay.
揾人。
啊，搞掂。沒問題。
咁我就講話我爆咗個風，我俾你哋。
唔緊要啦，唔緊要啦，唔緊要，好快 CD，2分鐘冇你想咗咁耐。想開冷氣照開啦，頂唔順啊大哥！你諗下，見到我陣間買杯啤酒，我買罐都可唔可以話啤酒，得個3% 算啦。哦，飄飄，
Looks like the cleaners have been through here, but they didn't sanitize the place. This isn't their style. Something's off. You need to secure the estate if we have any hope of locating.
你係咪手左邊啊？立咗？
我最頂嗰個位得㗎啦。
咁個手左邊啊？
係啊，即係左邊咯，我手咯。
你手左邊，我俾翻個風喎。
唔使，我自己有。
哇！你有？
直接開。Set a dragon。
我話飄我個風喎。
使啊！我有。
有個
夠㗎啦，夠㗎啦。
你喺度啊！
等陣先，個準心係咪唔見咗？定係本身把槍個準心係咁嘅樣？
我呢度冇人手嘅，點解？你上嚟，俾佢手留下。我呢度要多個啊！
你喺邊度？
右手邊嗰度，樓上嗰度。
我喺下邊。
哎呀！
冇問題。
上嚟台嗰度幫手啊！我燒
得嚟緊。
冇事。
唔係你企平台，你條後邊有個。
好，右邊明明前一排凍翻，依家飛翻差唔多30度，係啊，12月30度咯，我都覺得好神奇嗰件事。我今日哇真係，
好神奇啊！
我下晝翻到屋企咧，最我屋企西斜，哇嗰個即刻拍翻個冷氣掣先，我都不忍了。
我近開更加熱喎而家。
真係誇張。
跟住我而家換咗張碌架床，跟住裝埋個櫃，個窗基本上冇風入到嚟。
點解你要咁樣做咧？
我老豆入房瞓啊嘛。
哦，你老豆要搬入房瞓。
咁原本瞓廳地下嘛。
哦，咁你又過分嘅，又唔可以俾老豆
係
瞓。
我過分啊！原本係我張床係一張單人床嚟㗎咋。
哦，即係唔夠
跟住我
床位。
阿妹同我阿媽一齊瞓雙人床。
哦，OK。
Rogue striker drone
Oh,
detected.
Short of 一家之主。
哇！你幫我打住先，我去攞一攞奶媽。
我攞咩話？
攞一攞個奶。
嚇？
蜂窩啊！
The truck is taking a lot of damage.
碾爆佢啦，唔
Take
好
out
煩
those
啦。
cleaners attacking the truck before it blows.
後邊有隻肥仔啊！快！
Oh shit！
等，
我上嘛。
Oh shit！
Vital signs critical.
好，跳樓。好，仲有兩波。
呢度一房呢度兩。
門口啊嘛，仲要。好啦，完啦。
不過有個好處就係
Great work, Agent.
會
You
有
should be
有
clear to
人
approach the front gate. Hopefully, you can access the estate from there.
哇！你入咗去。
哇！
Detected.
啊，
哇！有
仆街！
嘢啦啫
Damn it, I missed one.
你打爆咗個，
Stop that
佢
cleaner.
打爆咗個，
Sorry about that. You should be clear now. Head through the gate.
佢引爆咗個咩啊？佢引爆嗰個背囊嗰個，唔使啊，唔使走。
好似
吹脹。
一係喎，會唔會呢度得到？
Division agents?
得
Can
吧
you？hear me?
Ay,
This is the
oo,
Sensing area.
dami.
Cleaners attacked the community.
好似冇有。
I've moved the remaining
May tama.
survivors to a
呢
safe
咪大
room.
鑊？
I don't know how much longer we can hold out here. There's a secret entrance to the library. I can track you on the
交通。
security cameras and guide you to us.
你有個假嘢接，你要熄咗佢。開門啊！
It's Mac again. You found the library. That's great. To the left of the painting above the fireplace,
竟然
there
奶
should be a
波
book
係
on the
，boom，
third shelf.
係我啊！
To open the
原來係我打爆咗個杯囊嗰個氣，係冇錯。佢寫住 HKR SHAW DOW 10245擊殺了 HKR，
我哋冇諗住抌個蜂窩㗎啦，跟住跟住一嘣。
太遲啦，太遲 ，It's too late，It's too late。建議就見用 Hill Cam 嘅係冇錯。
Sorry if I startled you, Agent. That was me. I think someone is trying to break
你
into
兩
the
個係咪？
第一波清個怪先啦，直接。係阿希拉，
我拉都係拉舞台先咯。
係冇錯。
乜住翻拉？
屌我拉
Killed
仆
their
街。
security team. He's using some special tool. The flames had a weird color and decimated everything in their
唉，你
path.
清怪啦。
咩事？
Please be careful.
誒，
Agent.
清怪。
You need to neutralize that cleaner. That room could go up in minutes. If the fire doesn't kill you, the lack of oxygen will.
係咪拉得啦？
未得。
咦，家姐上線喎。
未清晒啲怪，清晒啦，舞台準備啊！
舞台係左手邊定右手邊？我唔記得咗。
開水。
邊 PK
我
到，
我開錯咗。
我扭錯，我頂。
哦冇啦，
我問題，我問題，我問題，我扭錯咗，喂隔。
唉冇啦，冇抬樓，救起佢先，救起佢先。
我問題，我問題，sorry。
可以扭水未？我 ready 啦，
OK 嘅。
收皮啦。
我問題。
變咗我，變咗我。
走啊走啊，過嚟救起我先，救起我先。係啊，企太近
好個
咩？
位我唔記得咗。
睇圖啊，師傅。啲青怪啊，捉怪啊。
你講下扭嗰下我睇
邊度有水啊？而家
舞台啊，過嚟舞台啊。
冇台。
阿希扭啊，呢個啊冇扭錯啦。
等陣點真係？喂，
扭嚟。係有大錘啊，上大錘啊，順便。
上緊。啊！已經爆咗。
太遲啦。
你走咗。有咩攞？
我哋唔好引走喂，師傅。得，翻過嚟。扭水之前抌，係冇錯。整個 heal 嚟唔
Be
該。
careful. I think that cleaner's.
喂
Speakeasy has some pipes that run.
啊 what the
through
fuck，
that
整個 heal 嚟
distillery.
喎，好嘛？
If they're still full of alcohol.
有冇 heal 啊？
I just found another accelerant.
我啱啱睇到個蜂窩喺度，你點白？
你掉去舞台中間啊，將個 heal 掉喺出邊啊！清怪先。
追緊我啦！
走啦咁啊！
唔好叫。
救起佢先啊！我拉過去卡位一陣間。
喂，變咗我。
嚇？點解會同我變咗你嘅？
唔知
唉，呢個有啲危險啊！我想唔想疊下層先？
去邊度啊？
卡位啊！
卡位我啊。變咗人嘅？唔係喎，好似追緊我。
會阿希，走啦！
我走緊。去邊度？
舞台啊，唔係舞台 ，sorry，卡位有冇啊？卡位有啊，卡位。
啦。得啦，上大錘先。哦，baby，
下次啊，
有冇上到？好似冇。但係嗰我自己做。喺我
得冇問題。heal，掉個蜂窩落地下，同埋用 heal cam 槍啊！你呢個位用 heal 波子係算。
Now he's more deadly and furious.
我急啊！
好，清怪。
我跟住嘛。
Where is the lamb sauce? Where is your 菜？我佢都取唔中，冇辦法。哇！屌喺隔離就屌，撲街啦！咩有事住？
咁樣先，我抌咗喺中院嗰度個蜂窩。你可以過嚟中院。
得未？
清晒啦。
我拉啊！
開水。
跑緊過去。
喂 ，what？吓？
冇人喺嗰度。
吓？你話可以拉嘅？What the fuck？
我話個蜂窩喺中院嗰度，你可以過去食。
OK， 酒吧，拉過去酒吧。
咁等拉緊。
讓我來。OK， 叫我。
拉邊個位？呢度啦就。
得未？
未去拉，未拉過嚟。得啦。永遠爆
清怪啊！你係打我。
哦，拉走咗。免疫咗啦。
唔緊要，再開多樹。有時間。
爆咗啦！
佢唔會開大技嘅，直接嚟第2 round 噶啦。清個怪先。 唉，仆街行錯路，唉屌我死啦！
我拉你救，我拉咗佢。
得，掉蜂窩啊！掉蜂窩啊！屌我行錯路，仆街！
我係仆街，我都死啊！
掉蜂窩啊！
我都死啊！
哦，走緊路。邊度有水啊？邊度有水？
我哋個蜂窩唔噴嘢出嚟喂！卡位。
呢度 ，come on，係快，可以。
中唔中啊？唔中啊！
唔中啊，遲咗少少。
屌嗱聲！得我拉走佢，你救人啦！OK。
建議翻嗰個嚟。
救佢啦，直接。
喂，救唔到嘅喂，發生咩事？
然之後中遠啦，開水係中遠啦。Ready 未？唔好打佢，翻去中遠開水，翻去中遠扭水，唔好嘥時間啦。
中遠啊！
中遠我到啦，ready 未
？ready 啦。係咪啦？
未得啊！
我拉咗。
中咗已經。
中咗？
係啊，中咗。
但係我就死啦。
你可以heal啊！點解壓唔到落去呢條條？我清個怪先。
我入撚咗掩體，我諗住翻滾走因為佢自動幫我入掩體，我真係多謝。
走我先，佢識拉走啊，啱啊。冇問題啊，佢識拉就得。舞台中央。
搞掂。
咁都要實照學嘅，隊友唔計咪由佢，係冇錯。好，派嘢啦，派獎啊，唔該，派彩味。有冇響尾蛇？咦唔係喎，喂得啦有，冇響尾蛇。骨幹。OK。完美無人能擋的力量，多謝你。響尾蛇 OK。Fuck。就俾響尾蛇你，好啦，俾響尾蛇我啦咁。I need that diamond back. Give it now.
Thank you again, and good luck with the lovebirds.
Lovebird 爛尾蛇係冇錯。哦，下次啦。Get out of there. OK。我 mark 低佢先。
有人想開嗰個。
佢想開啊！太遲啦。走咗啦已經，太遲啦！你冇得開啦。
我睇到佢停咗喺度，佢想開。我換翻把 cam。
要 overdrive， 然之後你射啲毒 cam 槍落去嗰個位度，或者我開啲毒 cam 槍出嚟啦。
我諗住換 heal cam。
唔係我射啲 heal cam 槍出嚟啦。咪毒 cam 槍出嚟，你陣間 over 總之上到平台你打網嗰陣時，你開 overdrive 得㗎啦，唔係咩？
你同我講
因為你毒 cam 槍攞嚟燒個塔啫嘛，唔係咩？因為我 EMP 唔準。
你話叫我炸嗰陣時，我就炸，我捉唔到個 timing。得唔得？
好啊，我嘗試下。
我抌作塔前面啦個蜂窩，我唔抌上去。
好啊。
即係我個空地。我個空地嗰度。
你上去嗰陣時要咩嘅喎？要攞翻上嚟喎，要執翻上手嘅喎。喺嗰個濕鳩窿嗰度，唔知夠唔夠火力咧？
咁我不如直接抌上去算啦。好似抌上去安全啲，係嘛？
我呢樣嘢。
咁呢度先。哇！
No
Hey,
shit.
sorry.
Those lovebirds. If the lovebirds organize this invasion, you need to be prepared for anything. Rumor is they have access to shade tech. Not sure if Conley made them honorary agents or if they have another fairy godmother, but
買嘢。
it's starting to make sense why our first team was overrun so quickly.
I thought you were supposed to be elite.
我哋
真係爆咗上嚟，
Get incoming.
可以爆，
可以啦，可以啦，可以啦，可以啦，可以啦，
咁咪
爆啦，直接爆啦！
爆咗啦！
I'll fix the kid.
咁我抌咗。
壓慢到，
咁多粒爆
壓到，冇事冇事，
我手再爆多次，
係得，唔使唔使。
我得翻三。
屌佢企喺個肥婆後邊，撲街！
得翻3支針我要爆。
3萬強心啊，爭少少啊！屌你，得成功。嚇！撲街中一筆，
乜嘢啊？
係嘛？
死啦死啦！
我冇事冇事冇事。
Watch out for Lady Lovebird. Sounds like she's become more dangerous since you
Sao-
made her
sao-
a widow.
唔係要清個怪先，
定怪先啦。
係撲街落。
咁就
Thank you。
我heal唔到你，我heal唔到你。
輸出。喂，點解冇咩嘅？我諗下點解會冇？係冇直接做。嚇！
佢就會
Immediate
Oh,
medical
wow.
assistance needed.
有一個
Agent down.
得救咗佢先，救咗氣先。壓埋佢一完啦，壓埋佢。Nice。
搞掂，
Where is the 大錘唔知。
Agent final
我
sub.
在地。
係 Water fuck you 啊！我知啊，我冇諗過佢冇聲啫。
You've secured the site. We're clear for the medical
OK，
assistance.
係冇鎖匙㗎，係咪啊？13一打，俾個 GG 佢啦。OK，開場派彩時間咩嚟㗎？
開啊你
死亡女神。
響尾蛇喎。
哦，你中咗響尾蛇啦。
唔係啊，個街場。
哦，我中咗死亡女神
An
啊！我係
agent is no longer in your
我都係死亡女神。
哈哈，搞掂。哦，係緩步動物嘅。
OK，10% 都唔撚中，屌你老母！好啦，下個禮拜請早啦。有個問題，當一個人佢個名有 he、his 或者 she、her 代表啲乜嘢？哦，最近依家pronouns 啊嘛，嗰啲外國嗰啲戇鳩屋仔啊，嗰啲咩 LGBTQ+ 嗰啲戇鳩嘢啊嘛，即係你想點樣稱呼？你想人哋點樣稱呼你啊？你即係譬如話你行埋見到he is 跟住 his stuff 咁樣，即係嗰啲咧，你行埋哇！你做乜即刻假設我係男人啊？你冇嘢啊？你做乜唔問我啊？佢話嚇做乜撚嘢？係啦，就係嗰啲屋仔嗰啲屋 culture 嗰啲戇鳩文化，即係佢 prefer 啲人點樣叫你。譬如話我 OK 立華，我係男人嚟嘅 OK，我 prefer he his 咁樣 OK，咁就 OK 啦。咁但係有啲人唔係噶嘛，即係覺得自己唔係 non-binary， 即係自己覺得唔係二元性別會用 they 噶嘛，定唔知用 them 噶嘛，黐線。Ladies and gentlemen 都唔俾個係啊，冇錯啊，用 they them 嗰啲黐撚線呢啲係咧，因為右派玩得太撚耐啦，右派，即係我哋依家其實 sort of 我哋嗰啲叫咩啊？哇，卑鄙之人！即係我哋嗰啲右派，OK， 即係資本主義其實係右派嚟㗎，唔係左膠嚟㗎。你右派玩得太耐咧，左膠開始就會興起啊，跟住呢個世界就會趨向毀滅㗎。你有冇見過啲人咧？你試下嗌錯佢啊，佢即刻黐撚線屌鳩你㗎，好危險啊！呢班人，我話你知。
哇！呢排最香我個花生就係
Hey guys 係冇錯，一律叫 it 係冇錯。 Social Justice Warrior 令文明倒退係啊。
呢排食花生食得最香係韓國嗰單嘢。
韓國邊單嘢咧又？
女權嗰單。
唔知啊，可唔可以講詳細啊？
等等啊！
呢個乜嘢？
有一個女權極跟住發現喺動畫嗰啲短片裏邊加私貨。
咩叫喺動畫裏邊啲加私貨？唔明。
遊戲動畫。
遊戲動畫係。
加咗一堆私貨，即係
咩叫一堆私貨啊？
係啊，GG 細。
咩叫 GG 細手勢啊？
你二弟好細條嗰個手勢。
唔明，我完全理解唔到。
我嗰個圖案係極端女權嘅圖案嚟。
嗰個係極端女權嘅圖案。
我等等，我而家揾翻。
嗰個女權嘅意思係講緊男人做嗰啲嘢令到女人會好唔開心啊，定係女人做嗰啲會令到男人好唔開心啊？定係嗰個人做嗰啲嘢令到全部人都好唔開心？J 細哦 ，J 細哦，咁我知啦。你屌你直接講啊嘛，咩 GG 細手，你 J 細咪啫啦。OK。GG 係講我明啦，我明。係啊，即係佢話俾你知，我哋係點樣俾人叫嘅咁樣，即係呢個係 he， 呢個係 she，I prefer it 咁樣。跟住禮貌性上，依家咧啲人問你咧禮貌性上咧，即係嗰啲咁嘅戇鳩屋仔咧，即係你同佢講，喂，我哋 prefer 我哋除咗喂 hello 你叫咩名啊咁樣，除咗即係hey what's your name 咁樣，跟住 what is your preferred pronoun 咁樣黐撚線。
呢張圖咯。
我啲唔係好得閒打上。
OK， 跟住米哈遊我見到出咗事咯。
米哈遊點解都會出事嘅？
話4點話新活動嗰個主角啦，係有個水神啦，嗰個畫師又係俾人發現又係一個女權分子。
佢係一個女權分子，係講緊妙麗嗰種係正常女權啦，定係嗰種戇鳩屋文化嗰種女權先，一兩回事。
類似戇鳩嗰隻。
類似戇鳩，咁冇啦。咁呢啲
你中國嗰邊畫到佢係台獨嗰啲嘢。
咁台獨又冇乜所謂嘅，我覺得。
辱華，仲有辱華呢啲。
係辱華，我覺得人總會辱一次㗎啦，即係你點？
跟住米哈遊而家係死保咯。
咁梗係死保啦！如果唔係你個活動收皮啊，冇可能噶嘛，大家都係錢嚟㗎嘛。
仲要係一個韓國人。
冇問題嘅，韓國人之前台獨有咩問題啊？台灣人之前台獨就話辱華啫。
唔係啊，佢而家喺上海嗰度翻工。
佢喺上海翻工，咁就撲街啲啦。咁幫你唔到啊。希哥講故事時間係冇錯，妙麗都唔係正常嗰邊，妙麗唔係算係 sort of 正常啲嗰邊嘅咩？妙麗。Emma Watson 好似係正常啲嗰邊嘅喎，因為佢係最早期嗰批女權嚟㗎嘛，佢哋係最早期嗰批女權係未受到污染㗎嘛。我記得有條片個女權問依家有啲咩係男人做到女人做唔到，個大女權答冇，跟住再問我咁你女權爭佢，我記得啦嗰條片，嗰個其實嗰個女權其實算係正常嘅喎，即係佢唔會，因為你知嗰啲咁嘅屋仔文化咧，當佢哋遇到問題嘅時候，佢哋會用咩方法解決啊 ？Why are you care？你關你咩事啊？你咁緊張做乜嘢？最撚中意用呢一招噶嘛？跟住嗰個咧，佢嗰條片，我記得阿蛇叔講嗰個係邊個？嗰個係一個你當佢啲樣優，即係優啲出去有耳環嗰啲咩嘴環嗰啲咧，即係有啲。做嗰啲咩釘啊、唇釘嗰啲，我唔記得詞環，唔記得咗啲名啦。即係 sort of 叫 wild 啲嘅一啲女權喺度 protest 緊啦，即係抗議緊某啲戇鳩嘢啦又。咁跟住有個拍片有個男人咧就問佢：喂，其實你哋女人依家有啲咩做得係男人做得，你女人唔做得？佢話冇啊。跟住咁你哋又爭取緊啲乜嘢咧？跟住個女人佢諗咗陣，咦又好似係喎，你又講得啱喎。即係呢個係 sort of 一啲正常啲嘅人嘅做法嚟嘅，而唔係話你做乜啩？關你咩事啊？唔關你事乜？即係正常啲黐撚線女權係會咁樣噶嘛？但係嗰個 sort of 叫正常啲。啱啊！黐鳩線嗰班人一見到唔係自己就起晒槓，係啊！嗰個係正常啲啊，嗰個係。
啱啱講個女權嗰個組織都係幾撚癲，我睇到啲。
呢度係冇依家啲女權嗰啲屋仔全部都係黐撚線。
唔係啊，佢係直
The
播生
bioreactor
切
is deep in the dark
韓國
labs.
男人，
This
直
time
播
you
生切
know
韓國男
where you're
人，
headed.
佢
So
食
be
咗
ready
啊！
for anything.
佢切
我睇
完個
到嘅嘢係
佢切完個男人忽肉落嚟，然之後就食咗佢。
係啊，
你吓 cannibalism
係啊
好似係犯法
我睇到就係咁啊
，cannibalism 唔係犯法嘅咩？係
所以
咪犯法㗎
我
？cannibalism
我唔知啊，我就睇到就係咁樣講，好多人都話。我覺得我邊韓國嗰邊係特別恐怖嗰啲呢個嘢。
我唔明啊，即係就我反而發覺點解反而日本即係作為呢一個父權文化嘅極致，韓國都係嘅。其實點解日本冇呢啲咁嘅女權？
但係韓國係特別恐怖嘅。
係咯，我諗緊點解韓國會有，但係日本會冇嘅？其實定係佢哋父權到一個地步，你一反抗就要即刻要你收皮嗰啲嘅地步。
Echo 2, this is Brenner. Where are we at on the charges?
因為韓國父權仲勁，我唔知啦，我唔係韓仔啊。係立華嫂先係睇韓仔啊，佢最近迷嗰隊叫咩 NCT 啊 ，Oh no！ 跟住成日都話，我成日都同佢講嘅，即係有村千佳企我面前咧就冇噶啦，你輸硬嘅。即係正如佢中意嗰個叫泰容啊，好似咁叫泰容定金道英元，我唔記得咗邊個打邊個。正如果嗰個咁嘅嗰個叫咩啊？嗰個叫做嗰個明星企喺你面前咧，我都會識做啊。OK， 你今晚玩得開心啲咁樣行開啊。OK 得啊，識做啲嘢我哋嚇，即係有村千佳企我面前啊問我啊今晚去唔去食飯？跟住話阿寶我有啲嘢做，我有啲忙啊，我哋聽朝喺邊度等我哋係啦咁樣，即係我好識做嘅我就啊，
Assault drones detected.
表面好啫，哦原來係咁。
Rogue striker drone detected.
我都有問過嗰度嗰啲韓國人，佢話呢度啲女權都好恐怖。
係，但我冇乜點聽過，可能因為冇乜人識韓文，會唔會因為呢個原
唔係
因？
翻嘅睇都係翻嘅。
應該冇乜人識，冇乜人會翻譯韓文啊。反正美國嗰邊都咁精彩啦。最近嗰邊耶魯定係哈佛大學嗰度，哇嗰啲仲精彩 ，fucking juicy 啊！飛田新地3 hour 個老婆點啊？做人做到咁，讀完書出嚟連男女人分唔分？係啊，唔係啊，佢唔係唔分啊，而係佢覺得將嗰個咩 identity 嗰個咩嗰個即係嗰個身份嗰個性別認同啊。佢係講一個性別，喂！我突然間有一日覺得，喂！我突然之間覺得我係女人嚟嘅，係啦，咁我要你認同我。佢唔係男女不分啊，而係佢嗰個性別認同俾嗰啲咁嘅屋仔文化影響咗，令到佢覺得，喂！我唔覺得我係男人喎，我係咯咁樣。
日本同韓國比真係少。
係啊，竟然係咁。
唔係而家即係女權嗰個比啊
Elliot Page
有分咗3個，我睇嗰度已經有分咗3個級。
哦 ，Elliot
最
Page
高級別係韓國，第2級係日本，即係最低有個係中國。
咁啊，梗係啦！屌依家你試下香港啊，嗰啲咩中國大陸啊，你係女話你玩晒㗎啦，基本上。我嗰日都同阿林華嫂，我都同你講啊，香港人香港先咁慘啊！記得你有冇記得嗰個14巴港女嘅事件啊？由嗰一刻開始，香港嘅男人大部分都係
條仔跪喺街嗰度
都係俾人侮辱㗎啦！嗰個咁嘅垃圾男人，搞到我哋啲男人俾人垃圾侮辱啊！我哋話我哋係垃圾，俾人冚啊！屌真係〜嗰個男人真係，如果佢未死嘅，
已經有個專有名詞喺呢邊俾人
我唔記得咗個名係咩咧？麻煩嗰個男人去嗰個落地獄㗎啦！嗰個男人要影衰晒嗰啲男人。The only thing that is woke I can think of is his butt. Oh my god, woke his butt. 首先有個地方要當人係人嚟看待，先有男權女權，所以中國冇男女權。誒喂嗱，
喂，
你喺我呢度講好啦，你出到嚟唔好亂講嘢啊咁樣。你喺我呢度亂飲嘢、亂食嘢就好啦，出到去就好危險噶啦。 啊，上海灘賭城。
跟住我個專有名詞都出咗嚟啦。
係冇錯啊，國安嚟啊，冇錯。
歸男。
歸男。
歸入咩歸男？
你是但啦，唔緊要啦。係啊，總言之有啲悲哀啦，嗰件事錯鳩晒。嗰個男人落嗰個要落地獄㗎啦，嗰個要黐撚線，廢撚到跪喺條街度，不如女擒。我好記得我阿媽曾經同我講過咧，如果你跪喺度嗌條女咧，你唔好認我做媽媽。咁我放心啦，我唔會覺得我會去到呢個地步。嗱，我好尊重立華嫂嘅，所以我唔會跪佢嘅。要幾時跪咧？死人先要跪嘅，又或者係求婚先會跪嘅。
求婚嗰陣時你就要跪㗎啦，
係啦，得兩個機會嘅啫。嗱，求婚淨係用一次嘅啫，嗰個所謂嘅跪，佢就得一 shot 嘅啫，冇第二 shot 㗎。即係只要用咗嗰個 quota 咧，咁就冇啦。咁但係死人係有無限次。
離婚再婚啫。
離婚再婚我唔明喎，應該都唔會離婚㗎啦。好老實講，立華嫂唔會做。即係我唔會做啲乜嘢令到立華嫂頂我唔順，我亦都唔會做啲乜嘢令到立華嫂頂我唔順。唯一有機會頂我唔順嘅就係佢將我啲 figure 唔小心掃冧晒。除此之外，我諗唔到對立華嫂會再出啲乜嘢令到我頂唔順。
即係掃落地下嗰時，
佢成日都講㗎嘛，唉呢啲污糟嘢要燒咗佢。即係嗰次咪 send 咗張圖俾大家睇買一隻新 figure，佢話呢啲污糟嘢要燒佢，佢話燒咗佢咁就冇㗎啦。咁你燒咗我走㗎啦。
我唔講嘢咯，冇瞄咪咯，我睇直播算咯。
咩啊？你講咩啊？飄，所以冇啦，我都幾肯定唔會有問題嘅嗰個位。用下路先。
首先係唔中意我講嘢。
咩啊 ？What？ 哦，佢走咗啦，唔知佢做乜嘢。好，熄咗 Discord， 好啦，繼續。唔好亂講嘢，起歌用下路先。What？ 佢講啲咩頭先？唯一對住條女跪嘅情況就係要佢等下先，要佢對住條女跪喺度，然之後佢趴喺度。等我諗下先啊，我跪喺度，就佢趴喺度。我 get 到啦，呢個係神奇嘅老漢推車。等 get 到啦。無啦啦，你話如果離婚，我覺得唔係佢亂講嘢，我又唔覺得有啲咩特別問題嘅，但係應該都唔會㗎啦，應該都唔會離婚嘅。老實講，我同阿立華嫂經歷咗咁多嘢，即係我哋經歷咗嗰個過程係非常之刺激㗎，我係瘋狂喺度攻擊對手。前幾年好似有單嘢，女人掉撚晒啲男人嘅玩具，跟住離咗婚。係啊，我想同佢講呢。除非嗱，我幾時會放棄我所有 figure 或者玩具，或者甚至乎唔用錢買任何嘢咧？就係除非真係他朝一日，如果我哋生小朋友啦，咁啊有小朋友之後，發覺入不敷支到一個地步係要準備乞食咧，我就會放晒我所有 figure 出去。我其實屈指一算咧，我諗我啲 figure 夾埋埋咧，或者我啲玩具咧夾埋埋應該都，我唔敢講有6位數字，但係應該都 sort of 趨向到6位數字，應該就，俾人 cut 咗，仆街。係啊，應該未去到6位數字，但係有機會會有6位數字。如果套現翻出去嘅話，因為仲未計我到好多神奇嘅收藏品。可唔可以講下乜嘢？開車咩開車？我冇開車。唔知我講嘢係咪唔開咗直播？因為我唔係，因為我本身以前有玩 Hot Toys 嗰啲 figure 嘅，跟住仲有啲好奇怪，即係啲 figure 啊、啲玩具啊，咁我自己有收藏卡啊，啲收藏卡都。嗱，華水都冇睇直播，應該都有翻啲份量嘅啲價值，但係我收翻嚟個價錢就唔係好貴，即係佢哋即係我買嗰啲收藏卡，其實某程度上會保值嘅。好老實講就，即係佢唔會，因為你知收藏卡呢啲嘢咧，除非你本身收藏啲嘢係冇價值㗎啦，但係我收藏嗰啲卡就應該有價值到一個地步，係越舊會越值錢嘅，但係唔會上升得好快，即係你當可能有10%、20%度咯。有啲係我賣翻出去會賺1倍咯，有啲係。 你同立華嫂嘅經歷，你想聽啲咩經歷啊？不如咁問。離婚都係反正講笑，你都唔中意。哦，唔係，其實我完全唔覺得啲咩問題。其實 anyway， 咁啊有啲咩經歷啊？我同立華嫂經歷咗好多好神奇嘅嘢，即係我哋嘈交已經係嘈到一個地步，係變咗半個例行公事咁滯。我哋好得意嘅，即係我同阿立華嫂嗰個性格咧係唔啱牙嘅，即係我哋個性格，你當係兩個完全相反，而且 sort of 叫極端嘅人一齊喺度拍拖咧。which is 我覺得咁樣先行得耐嘅，即係如果你兩個人係一樣嘅話，你可以好快收皮嘅呢嗰段關係。But anyway 呢個唔係個重點，而係我覺得如果去到一個地步係大家嘈交，然之後當食生菜，係可以好快 work things out 或者 sort things out 之後，其實亦即係代表大家已經去到一個好 comfortable 嘅地步，係大家啲嘢好 stable 可以攤出嚟講咯。去到我覺得呢個係一個好理想嘅狀態，但係立華嫂好明顯係唔中意。佢覺得每一次嘈交都我每一次嘈交想分手㗎，係啊！我每一次嘈交咧，我想分手到個地步係點咧？如果分咗手，我可以有更加多嘅時間錢。係冇錯，即係會去到大家都會諗呢個地步，但係就唔會行出最尾嗰步。即係我覺得其實變相證明咗大家係一個相對地穩定嘅地方。即係我可以 sort of 接受到佢嘅無厘頭，佢可以包容到我嘅呢叫咩啊？佢可以包容到我嘅臭脾氣嘅，即係我脾氣嚟講，其實我脾氣好得意嘅，即係我其實正常你見我好少會發脾氣，即係我發脾氣應該係 sort of 某一個位突然間篤中咗個逆鱗咧，佢可能100%嘅機會會中，一篤就撲街爆撚到你冚家產嗰啲咧，即係我唔記得你哋記唔記得有一次啦，即係唔知第9季度咧，記得有一次第9季度。第9季度嗰陣時係阿路易斯上校啊嘛，佢嗰次好得意，嗰次晏晝升咧，佢嗰次晏晝開咧，跟住我冇去接立華嫂收工啊，我好記得嗰次，因為嗰次其實依家諗翻，我覺得嗰次真係太過分嘅，我都覺得其實如果以一個男朋友嘅身份嚟，佢唔應該咁，即係唔應該用呢個方式去屌鳩女朋友嘅，即係我覺得嗰次我都做真係過分咗，過火嘅嗰次，咁。係咯，佢其實嗰下其實我係傷心，再加即係好失望同好傷心。即係點解 Division 成年冇更新啊？話終於有一個大更新啦，你都可以好似冇乜，即係佢明知我好中意 Division 嘅，係啦，但係佢又好似喂屌更新啫嘛，你咪打機，你過嚟接我啦。嗰下其實我覺得係覺得個受傷，然之後係。所以我係忍唔住屌鳩佢，屌得好犀利，好硬嘅嗰次就咁。但係後尾解釋咗，佢都明白，即係佢嗰下佢冇意識咯，即係佢都係覺得屌你咪打機，屌你 YouTube 咪打機，但係對於我嚟講唔係啊。咁所以咪就係呢一樣嘢 kick 咁咪係啊。嗰次其實嗰次後尾聽翻我都覺得真係屌得太犀利嘅，嗰次係失控嘅，嗰次係因為。我都覺得係好過分嘅嗰次，後尾即係我都同佢有道歉，但係我都想佢明白嗰下，即係我係幾種情緒夾埋一齊嘅，即係我係好唔開心啦。點解即係到呢個地步都唔了解我？即係 Division 對我嚟講，即係除咗係一隻 game 之外，仲係一個，即係我又唔能夠話係一個 career 咁嘅嘢，但係我覺得係，即係我佔咗我人生一個好大嘅 proportion，即係你都知㗎啦，即係我呢隻 game 都玩咗7年8年，即係我做 YouTube 都10年啫嘛，係咪？即係佢佔咗一個好大部分嘅，佢佔咗一個好大部分嘅 portion。Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide。點解仲有人嘅？嚇！我點解直接死咗個蜂窩咧？什麼鬼？喂，點解冇個蜂窩嘅？The fuck？ 有啲明係啊，有啲位一中係啊，冇啦 fuck that。冇啊，頭先嗰個其實應該可以啱啱好 cool down。Oh shit！ 唔係我未轉技啊 ，CD 緊。係啊，咁所以去到嗰次之後，咪同立華嫂講翻咯呢單嘢。雖然佢都唔係好明白，但係即係佢明白點解我會咁失控咯嗰時。 但係立華嫂算好氹嘅，即係點樣氹立華嫂咧？買佢中意食嘅嘢，買佢中意飲嘅嘢，咁就可以氹得到立華嫂。即係 sort of 易氹嘅。即係有咩嘢係解決唔到嘅就做 double 就啱。Where to hide？ 哇屌！爆盾，我仲有4分鐘，係我知啊。我呢度得翻1分鐘啫。係咪開咗啦個直播已經 ？It's fine。屌好煩啊！呢一關就係咁撚麻煩。屌又未打緊夠嘅，仆街！哦，補血啦，企起身啦。屌你老味企起身啦，仆街！係落打緊爆你先，又擒高擒低啊 ！BTSU 教你咁做嘢嘅咩？喂，仲有幾多波怪到底？喂，仲要射 flare， 仆街啦！唉，冇啦。唉，好嘢。我 pre-steam 畫面出咗 ，OK。唉，屌你。OK。好，熄 game 睇直播。Let's 睇直播。Twitch。試一試啲聲 O 唔 OK 先？哦，就係1分鐘就開始咯。等陣啊 ！Twitch capture 係應該呢個係冇錯。O 唔 OK 個畫面 OK 嘛？有冇問題？會唔會太大聲 ？Testing 有冇太大聲？有冇太細聲？使乜大細聲？陣間再 test 啦。佢都未開始講嘢，而家播緊歌啫。而家好 special report 係時候開始啦。嗱，咁今次呢個 report 係講乜嘢嘅咧？就嚟緊咧，佢哋就即係佢哋即係叫做製作組啦，就整咗一個叫做 Project Resolve， 咁啊叫一個解決計劃嘅物體啦嚇，暫時佢咁叫啦。咁佢就一系列，我估咧應該就係一個大型嘅生態更新嚟嘅。咩生態更新咧？就係一個關於我哋成隻 Division2 佢裏邊啲遊戲生態，即係譬如話你可能嗰啲零件啊、獎勵啊、各方面嘅嘢難度啊，可能佢會做一次好大型嘅 update 嘅。咁又或者佢會講到嚟緊我哋第4季度，又或者係叫第6年度嘅第1季度啦。我唔知佢點記，唔知佢點叫啦。嚟啦，開始啦。係測試下會唔會疊聲得好緊要先啊！嗱，咁左邊咧就係我哋嘅 Creative Director 啦，咁啊 Yannick 啦，咁啊右邊咧就係 Daria 啦，就我哋 Community Manager 啦，就係咁啦。係啊，期待 Aaron Kina 任務，冇錯。ASMR 又嚟啦，會唔會太細聲啊？佢哋太細聲嘅話就可以同我講，我再較大聲少少啊。OK 嘛？依家會唔會 OK 嘛
？That this is not a live stream where we're going to show new content. That's not about new gear, not about new season. That's why it is very special. And to explain to you what Project Resolve is, let's watch a pre-recorded video we made earlier this month.
好啦，咁佢又話，今次睇一片先，係啦。
Project Resolve, a comprehensive seasonal update focused on health
and
quality of life for the Division2.
Quality of life.
Feedback. Our goal with Project Resolve is to enhance the overall player experience and establish a solid foundation for future content. by making significant improvements to the game's health and stability.
佢意思即係話將隻 game 個穩定度即係唔會再 crash 啊，
has
或者點
allowed us
樣
to
啦。
focus on building this broad and impactful update while maintaining the game quality as you
點
continue
解
to
要
enjoy
即係
our
每一個
We will
季度
start
加
with
咗
a
一個
public test
咧？
this week,
咦，
followed by another test in January,
哇
culminating in a
PTS
full
喎嚟
release
緊
in
喎。
February to all Division2 players. Project Resolve is divided into 3 key areas: stability, health, and gameplay improvements. From thousands of bug fixes to
Okay.
PvP improvements,
似曾
we're
相識
digging
成件
into
事。
everything.
Just to give you a glimpse at the few main areas of improvements Division
有啲咩改
agents
善
can
啊？
expect. Enhanced stability with a focus of in-game performance and
in-game
reducing
performance
crashing
即係
on
可能
all
係減少
platforms.
翻遊戲崩潰嘅問題啦，
Improvements to PvP combat
去改
with
善一
the
啲
status
PVP
effects
嘅
reward,
體驗啦。
conflict rewards buffs, addressing glitches, and more to make the
conflict 嘅
experience
reward
more
有 buff 啦，
enjoyable
即係
for
遭
everyone.
遇戰嗰
Major
個獎勵
balancing
又升啦。
overhaul to give you more choices for powerful weapons in PvE. Expertise and optimization cost reduction to make upgrades more accessible. Changes to projects and global events to make them more fun and worthwhile.
哦，
Quality of
改
life
多啲計劃
improvements,
同埋 global event 嘅嘢啦。
including
咁啊
scaling open
，PVE
world
balancing
rates
就係你嗰個最佳化嗰
with
啲
difficulty
材料減少
and
啦
the
需求。
ability to recalibrate directly from the inventory.
And we have more you can find out about in our article
係啦，
linked
嚟
in the
緊仲有
description.
仲
Initiating
仲會有更加
Project
多神奇嘅
Resolve
嘢啦嚇。
meant our team
Deal
needed to
PVE
build a
balance 即係
solid
nerf meta
foundation
係冇
which has
錯。
affected some of our previously announced plans. Following the current season,
OK
Year 5 Season 3 Vanguard will release in February 2024. which
係啊
will
2月
include
出
the
第三
health
季度啱
updates
啊。
from Project Resolve in full, as well as normal seasonal content you expect, like a new manhunt, season pass, and the apparel event. This does
D2 生
mean
存
we have made the tough decision to move the DLC release to 2025.
As always,
2025
your input
年先
is
出個
invaluable
DLC
to us, and we will continue to incorporate it into our
你
decision-making
傻咗啊
processes as we continue the journey of improving the game as part of Project Resolve and beyond.
To provide you with more insight into the next few months, we release detailed patch notes and provide frequent updates on the PTS content and results.
Starting December 15th, PC players will have the opportunity to test out this initial set of changes and fixes alongside Season 3 gear.
We
今
can't
個
wait
星期
for
5
you
就
to
會
dive in and
開
explore
嚟
the
緊
new
第三
features
季
and
度嘅
improvements.
新裝備。
You can get ready by preloading the public test server on December 14th.
有 Phase 1、Phase 2 啊，
So
頭
we're
先
all
見
set
到
to
就。
jump right into the action.
即係嚟緊，我哋今個禮拜5就可以玩到 Season 3嘅新裝備啦。
Explanation and thank you Radu as well. So as you can see, Project Resolve.
總言之，佢係 Project
possible
Resolve 係
because
純粹
Matthew
去
and
改好多
Grace
in
will
game 嘅
work
嘢，
together.
去改善個遊戲生態咯。Sort of。
Build the team.
但係你黐線啊！2025年先至放嗰個 DLC 出嚟，因為原本我哋有嗰個 DLC 係第4季度，即係第5年度嘅第4季度會放 DLC 啊嘛。你仲要等到2025年啊！你黐線㗎你，哇！
This is feedback we've been receiving from all of you for some time.
2025年我哋玩緊咩 game 啊？嗰陣時 Division2 都嚟緊啦，係嘛？
So we've wanted for some time to make improvements.
咁即係咁即係 Division3 起碼2026或者2027都起碼去到黐線。
But this is only possible to make really significant improvements. We can only do that when we
D2 再
actually
戰2年，
focus
咪咯
on
？2025 年我哋去玩 GTA 啦，你黐線㗎！
The big decision we made when we started working on Project Resolve was like, okay, let's put everything on hold, let's pause, and let's focus on improving the game. It's not an
哪
easy
來的
decision,
自信
because
係啊，
of
冇
course we all
錯
want。exciting
2025年
games,
玩
we all want
Division3 啦，
the
係
events, we
嘛？
all want the new DLC and all of that, but it's ultimately the most important thing first is to really work on the foundations and improve the game. So that was the main decision behind Project Resolve, and the first area of Project Resolve and the real reason why this exists is quality, it is improvement, it is stability, performances.
喂，呢啲嘢唔係佢講咗好多嘢，就係話，即係阿 Yannick 喺左邊就講話，佢哋話佢想放多啲人手去做多啲，即係令到隻 game 穩定啲啊，多少少改動啊。但我想講，其實呢啲嘢唔係應該製作組要停低你嘅更新步伐而去放棄做，而係並行做嘅嘢嚟喎。What the fuck？ 係你悲觀，我見到 D2 仲未，係由治及興係冇錯。GTA 應該26年，GTA 5就新 DLC。
of our wish list and try to spend some time making those improvements as well. So of course that's PvP was very high on top of the list, but not just.
D2
also
yes
a lot of
Destiny
things
2
in
係
PvP,
即係3同 DLC 唔係咯，咁即係佢話意思就話 Division 3 起碼喺個 Division 2個 DLC 之後咯，起碼你25年先出個 DLC， 你起碼玩到1年啦，即係起碼26年你先玩到 Division 3， 起碼。
But overall, I really hope that this is going to allow players to, learn to re-enjoy the game, to forget about some of the small frustrations and the small frictions, and really just enjoy.
唔得閒，好多假要放有聖誕日復活節7除8扣2025起都貨你算執到，黐線。
Yeah, almost 2,000. Yeah.
佢話佢差唔多揾到2000個 bug 喎 ，what the fuck？ 佢話差唔多揾到定唔知 fix 到，我聽漏咗啦。咁佢又醒目喎，下年2月先更新第3季度，2個月之前就已經玩定呢個 PTS。拖劇情拖故仔。
Do not take this as the final version of what we're gonna release in February together with the rest of the season.
但係佢講到明，今次呢個直播係唔會講任何關於 PTS 嗰啲新裝備啊、新嘢，佢全部唔會講嘅。佢暫時就會今個直播就係講到底嚟緊呢個 Project Resolve 係做緊啲乜嘢啦。
Influenced the existing roadmap, and as you know, we shared the roadmap.
Project Resolve Year 5同埋 Year 6嘅 roadmap 啦。嗱，我哋依家就差唔多去到一半㗎啦 ，Year 5即係1年得3季啦嚇。
Let's understand why. And
好啦，講好多啦，嚟啦。
Yeah, so I mean, as I said, it's like for Project Resolve to be and to really be the full scope that we wanted it to be, we needed. Almost the entire team to really just work on that. We didn't want any distractions. We didn't want to have to discuss priorities, okay, Project Resolve or this other piece of content. So we decided to kind of freeze, in a way, our development on many things, which means, of course...
佢將我哋原本 Year 5第4個 season， 即係我哋而家睇到嘅 Year 6第1個 season 應該要有嘅 Story DLC move 咗去2025年第1季咯。
And then after that,
即係褪後咗1年咯。
Year 6, and this is where we're going to be then releasing the other pieces that we had been working on. They are not finished. So as soon as Project Resolve is out, we're going to go back to working on the rest. But we had made some good progress on those already, so it's not as if we're starting.
然之後 Season 2.0都由 Year 6第1季，即係我哋原本嘅 Year 5第4季啦，褪咗去 Year 6嘅第2季咯，個 Season 2.0。
Season 2, Year 6, Season 2.
So this is, 真係開心。
Well, we're not here to go in details on that, but this is really
原本即係又
Division 2, and then
又改，即係原本應承咗我哋嚟緊今年年尾，我哋會有個新 DLC。好啦，我哋變咗1季變4個月啦。好啦，跟住又再拖多1年啦咁樣。
So we can really, once we are done with Project Resolve, really take all the work that's been done.
點解我會中意呢隻 game？ 點解我會中意玩 Division？ 我可唔可以坐時光機過去冚我自己巴？嗱哇，唔好做 Division 啦，做 Monster Hunter 啊嗰陣時 ，Monster World 18年啊 Monster World。
Yeah, but as we mentioned, the Project Resolve is here to lay the solid groundwork for the future content and.
佢哋都講到話呢個所謂嘅 Project Resolve 其實係想更加鞏固翻未來更新嘅一啲基礎咯，我覺得好神奇嗰件事。呢件事應該係同時進行嘅。Fucking hell!
And we're going to publish the roadmap on our website and on socials, so you can take a look at it.
Mon Hun 嘅市場好難爭喎，但係我當年如果一開始係做 Mon Hun 就唔會搞咁多嘢依家。
And also another roadmap that we showed in the pre-recorded video is a roadmap dedicated specifically to the Project Resolve. And as you noticed, there are
Project Resolve 嘅 roadmap 啦。
So first test phase, as Yannick and Radu
PTS
explained in the video,
PTS
is actually going to happen.
2月6號就出 Season 3咯。
Will be available on 14th. And from December 15th to 18th,
Year
you are
6
welcome to
onward.
try almost all the changes that are going to be a part of Project
Continue
Resolve.
game
As
improvement.
usual, since we're going to have
Quality
two
of
phases,
life,
not
balancing
everything is gonna
PvP
be available,
improvement.
right
Change to
at the first
descent.
phase. And,
又有
please
深潛嘅
refer to the
改
patch
動
notes. We're going to publish those,
然之後1月
later
19
this
號
week.
至到22號
And as
嗰
you
個
can see,
第
also
二
the,
階段嘅 PTS 先至
Gear 5
有
Season
新裝
3
備
gear
玩
was
啦。
moved to the second phase. It's because we want you to concentrate on the Project Resolve changes and improvements and
哦，即係1月
balancing
19到
first and
22號
foremost.
先至有 Year 5新 season 嘅嘢玩，係咯，即係早一個月咯，又係。咁而今個星期我哋可以試到嘅就係好多嗰啲咩平衡啊、PVP 改動啊嗰啲嘢。
Hopefully having
係啊，我哋大學就得玩啦，即係。
that phase. And after that, the Project Resolve is going to be released together with the Season 3 Vanguard,
Okay.
with the rest of the gear, manhunt, and pretty much everything.
總言之，2月6號就會有 Project Resolve， 即係我哋改嗰啲嘢就一次過嚟㗎啦。即係2個半月嘅測試階段。
To the game. So basically, everything that you have to say about the Project Resolve changes, about the balancing, about the new features, about quality of life updates that are going to come with Project Resolve, please make sure to spare some time and test this amazing features on the PTS. Unfortunately, it's also going to be available only on PC.
今次 PTS 同之前都一樣啊，都係電腦限定啊。
As usual, we're gonna have
有冇得睇 patch note 先？佢話差唔多有。
Level 40 character template. So if you're not a PC player but still want to take part in the test, you're welcome to download the client.
總言之，你 download 喺你部電腦度 download Ubisoft 嗰個 client 就可以落嚟玩到個 PTS 㗎啦。PTS 唔使錢嘅，因為
It's not just limited to Project Resolve. There are improvements that we have in mind that are going to come afterwards. There are things we're going to try in Project Resolve. You will see when we go.
歷時2個月嘅大型測試 bug DLC 係冇錯。
So we're going to be trying things, and maybe some of them I hope will be popular. Some might be less popular. So we will adapt afterwards. But it's
睇下幾時出 patch note 啊。
It's really about, especially when you're thinking of like big topics like PvP. You will see there are some changes in here.
佢話 PVP 會有大改動咯，唔知佢點改咯。所有控場時間減半，增傷天賦減半，將個 TTK 強行拉長，然之後撚囂就會回復呢個 meta， 大家喺度鬥囂。
And this is going to be an ongoing thing in Year 6 as well.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, that's just a glimpse at what's coming, and then it's up to you to vote for the most popular changes.
有啲呢啲嘢。
We talked a lot about what Project Resolve is, but let's get into details.
好啦，係時候講啲細節啦。
Yeah, there are a lot of cards. Oh my god, some of them might have an extra.
They actually unfold.
刺激了。好啦，今晚快馬加鞭整片啦，睇下禮拜5可唔可以整咗出嚟咧。
Look at that one. Oh, there's text behind. I shouldn't open it. There's text behind.
哇，勁多啊 ！What the fuck？ 你見唔到裏邊勁多嘢啊
？There's text behind.
I mean, I try to be conscious and
黐線勁大型改動。
Everything that we had, but then again, I have.
TD 預算 TTK 短定係 TTK 長嘅？短啦。
He asked me not to say that specifically, but
I know every detail of every single thing that every person in this team did.
Oops.
佢知道所有嘅 details.
I might make mistakes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's look at all the changes that we're gonna have and we're gonna discuss.
全部嘢都會改嘅，依家就係。
Main topics. I mean.
PVP 啦，即係 static effects 就係狀態效果啦 ，conflict 就衝遭遇戰啦，dark zone 啦。哦，佢有分開兩邊嘅。
But today we also gonna discuss status effects, conflict, dark zone, fixes to dark zone.
Status effects 又想點改咧？我真係唔明白點解要改喎。你 PVP 踩危房咪得咯 ？What the fuck？
And that's just a very
每張紙一句嘢笑死，都唔係 FPS。
And first up, let's dive into status effects.
Okay, status
effects. I know
effect.
that a lot of
點改啊？想
players were
佢而家係講
not
PVP
very
裏邊嘅
expectant
狀態效果啊
of。A lot of PvP updates to be shared on this live stream, and you guys
It's
are in
fair.
for a surprise. It's fair, but finally your time has come.
Well, it's starting anyway. But yes, I mean, it's when it comes to PvP and when we started discussing, okay, where do we want to start to try to make PvP better? The main focus for us with Project Resolved in terms of PvP, it's at least the primary focus has been the PvP combat. It's been really trying to make encounters from player to player to feel better, to feel more balanced, and to allow
佢哋嘅目標係令到玩家對玩家嘅戰鬥過程裏邊感覺上更加平衡。
To react and to turn it around. So obviously, status effects for PvP players has been a big topic for a very long time. So
我一直以嚟狀態效果都係一個問題啦。
We want the approach to be okay. Let's nerf status effects to the ground and make it irrelevant because that status effect is still a big part of the game. You can build towards it. There's a lot of mechanics around that. There's a lot of items that are built on status effects, and we didn't want to just remove that from the PvP experience. So
佢哋話唔想將佢喺 PVP 裏邊掹走。
And also make sure
that
we actually first prevent the overuse of status effects.
佢話而家 status effect 過分使用，黐線你砌危房咪得咯。外國唔中意用危房，所以你改啊，你黐線嘅。
Time to look at the notes.
好啦，
yeah,
嚟啦。
status
effect 想點改咧
status effect changes prioritize PvP experience. Still some changes gonna apply in PvE as well. But I honestly do not know where to start.
We'll keep an eye on that.
黐線，佢張紙勁多字啊
The main thing first is in terms of diminishing returns. So we are going to be implementing proper diminishing returns. So that means that when you apply a status effect on someone and then you apply that status effect again, the effects are going to be reduced and reduced and reduced until the person has eventually full immunity.
佢砌咗個遞減制度咯，即係譬如話我用火種燒着咗個玩家嘅，第一次可能佢中5秒，第二次4秒，第三次2秒，第一次即係如此類推，遞減到直至完全去免疫啦。
Crowd control and damage over time. So it's not just diminishing returns in terms of shock and then shock and shock. Each status effect is categorized either in the crowd control area or in the damage over time area, and then the diminishing return applies to that whole family. So if we take, for example, if you apply bleed to someone and then you apply burn to someone, those are two damage over time status effects. So that means the diminishing return is going to apply already on the second one, even if it's not exactly the same.
總言之，你放任何狀態效果就會遞減咯。就算我燒完持續5秒，我再放第二個出血嘅話，佢都係會再減一變4秒咯，即係咁樣不斷遞減咯。黐線。
Which status effects we are talking about?
大聲兩格係我大聲兩格定係佢大聲兩格
So we talked about having counters. So with burn, for example, what we're going to do is we're going to say when you're dodge rolling, when you're under a burn effect, this is going to actually diminish the effect that you have on you. So you're going to be able to, if you have burn, you're going to be able to roll, or as you roll, as anytime in the game when you dodge roll, this is going to actually take away some of the burn that you have on you. So that's
遞減咯個效果係。
To make sure that we give you some control in some way to
咩玩法？你危防咪得咯，黐線嘅。
For bleed, for example, what we're saying is if you don't move when you bleed, you're going to also actually reduce the intensity of the bleed. But when you start moving, then it goes in full effect. So this is just examples.
你着咗火嘅話，你碌嘅話就可以盡快減熄佢啦。你流血，如果你企喺度原地唔喐嘅話，亦都會係咯，會快啲完咗個效果咯。
So it's no longer just I have a status effect, I'm gonna die. No, there's the diminishing return, but there's also things you can do.
呢個改動我覺得幾好啊！呢個即係你中咗火你就碌地下咁樣，你俾人中咗出血嘅話，你就原地企喺度等個傷口好翻，即係個感覺唔錯咯。呢個我覺得 OK 呢個改動就，但係頭先遞減嗰個太戇鳩啦。
All the repair skills will now give you protection. So what that means is that with an application of a healing skill or repair skill, you're going to get 50%. Sorry, looking at my notes, I don't know the numbers. 50% hazard protection. So any heal effect is now also going to actually reduce the intensity of status effects.
依家任何嘅治愈效果嘅話，就會令到你即時獲得50%嘅危
Try to
防咯。
make also the support and the healer role a bit more interesting and a bit more relevant in PvP.
因為佢想強化翻保師healer 個效果咯，即係奶媽個效果咯。流血唔喐又係自殺，係冇錯。PVP 咁做係燒死咗之後下條命，唔係啊，佢係直接你再生嘅時候，你中一次，第二次就會再短啲持續時間。
And also, it's important to mention that diminishing returns will not apply in PvE, so that's only.
即係呢個遞減嘅效果係純粹喺 PVP 出現嘅啫 ，PVE 唔會有嘅。
Also, as an example, shock. For example, right player will have slower movement to kind of make sure that they prevent from shooting, but it's PvP only. It won't apply in PvE. And same for
你中咗電嘅話，就會有啲移動速度減少。
And so we also
陣間睇下 patch note 先。
Looking at things like the booster hive, and we
中一次已經死咗啦，係冇錯。打交之前自傷燒自己炸自己，整到免疫。食奶加50% 危防，我覺得呢個係幾好嘅，呢個係。我覺得呢個 OK， 令到奶媽個重要性多咗咯。
Jumping to another category, but it's
呢
very
兩個
relevant
改動我覺得
to
OK
is that now you're actually going to be able, if you want, to consume an armor kit and to get an instant heal of 25% of your armor. So you can still hold the button to get,
喺 PVP 嗰度，如果你撳實個裝甲包嘅話，你會。你而家喺 PVP 裏邊食裝甲包，你可以選擇撳實個 V 掣，即係你食晒個裝甲包就攞100% 啦。又或者係撳佢話，例如啦，撳兩下就即刻 quick heal 咯，即係佢即係好似 Division 1咁樣整個急救針咯，但係就得25% 嘅效果嘅啫。呢個都還好嘅，危急時候可以救到你嘅呢下。
Thank you for mentioning.
你個裝甲值可以快速使用咯，但係佢淨係得25% 效果
There's more to it. This is just some of the gist.
呢個幾得意喎，呢個諗法唔錯。
Keeping it in control, diminishing return, giving you some options to react either to the effect itself with the dodge roll, with the movement, with all of that, or having easier access to instant heal,
Big game change
and also making healing
呢個諗法
skills and
幾
healing
好。
rolls in general, therefore more useful in PvP.
你即時都25% 夾
mentioned that these changes will primarily target PvP. We're still going to monitor their effect on PvE. And that's
佢話暫時以上嘅改動都係着眼喺 PVP 嘅啫 ，PVE 就唔會適用。
A general glimpse at what the change is going to be about.
頭先個即刻食甲有25% 嗰個幾好喎個效果。但係佢有冇 cool down 嘅呢個？如果嗰個冇 cool down 嘅話，就會造成另一個問題，就係你一次過爆晒4個包咁你。咁你效率第一嗰啲又食唔食到個效果？食到就屈機㗎咯，又係。
And again, these are propositions, so
全隊生存專家效率第一係咯。
If you have a chance, please jump in on the PTS. Tell us how it feels, because there's a lot of moving pieces.
總之有好多嘢要試啦。
The best way to know if this actually works is just to crash test it on the PTS.
Absolutely. And while we're on topic of PvP, there are also a few
PvP
fixes. Not all of them, of course not, but just a few of them that I thought that a lot of people would be happy to hear about. So basically, to give you just a very general overview, the shield glitch has been fixed.
Shield glitch? 咩 shield glitch 啊？
Yeah, so that's been plaguing us for a while, right? But the glitch that allowed people to use their shield to actually shoot through corners and through cover.
卡視角哦。
We fixed it. We fixed several of them actually because there's more than one issue here.
佢哋改咗，總之佢哋修復咗呢個卡視角嘅問題啦。
Hopefully this will be a thing of the past and no longer hiding behind cover and actually shooting through them.
Yeah, and ladder glitch as well.
爬梯嗰個隱形嗰個。誒 ，Sandy Tomato 大魔法師係咪準備失業啦
？Doing that, it's done. Your days are done.
I'll try again on PTS. Tell us.
Yeah, please do. You won't be punished for that.
仲有啲
of
爬
course.
樓梯，跟住唔知點樣隱
And
形嗰個 fix 咗
also
啦。
on the topic
雖然
of
我聽住先
other
啦，
PvP
聽住先啦，聽住先啦。
changes, there were a few made in Conflict and Dark Zone. And let's start.
conflict 同埋 Dark Zone 都有
with
啲
Conflict.
改動嘅。好啦，依家就 conflict 啦，遭遇戰啦，會唔會加新地圖呢？
So with Conflict, main priority, main idea was to make sure that it's the purest PvP experience available in the game, and by making it balanced to
Yep.
all players.
哇，最純粹嘅
Yeah,
PVP
exactly. So
體驗，
it's,
咁都正常嘅。
conflict
暗區你刷裝
is-
刷素材噶嘛，而
We
家係暗
want that
區。
to be about mostly about your skills as a PvP player. So RPG still matters,
PvP
your
意思
build
依家
still
究竟係
matters,
真係唔
but it
知。
shouldn't matter as much, especially your seniority in the game.
黐線。
So the most drastic change we are doing in Conflict is that when you enter Conflict now, we are going to take away your shade bonuses and your expertise bonuses. These will be
OK。
brought down to 0. So it is about you.
conflict 喺遭遇戰裏邊，你所有嘅嗰啲咩專精啊，全部加成，全部掹走晒，全部歸零。
To try to bring balance.
係啦，即係大家都係純粹用自己本身把槍個數值去打嘅啫。都咁話都好嘅，係咯，老手唔會再屌打啲新手啦。
That the gear and the loot that can be obtained in Conflict was also buffed.
獎勵啦，遭遇戰獎勵啦。
Improved quality of the rewards you can get there. Hopefully,
And之後係咪
we'll
就
be
真係唔
able
知？
to publish the whole list. I honestly do not have it with me here, but it's a big improvement compared to what
Yeah.
we have in the game right
Yeah.
now.
總言之，佢話有好大嘅改動啦個獎勵。
Choose to play Conflict at the cost of your progression in the game, your progression in terms of XP or in terms of gear. So we really want to try to make it as rewarding as we can. So time spent on Conflict is as rewarding as time spent on anything else. So it is not a sacrifice to choose to play Conflict compared to anything else.
係咯，再
It's
buff
also
咯
important to
conflict 嗰
mention
啲獎
spawn
勵。
areas and loadout switching.
Yeah, so spawn areas. So one thing we are trying, and I talked about changes that are things we want to try. I think this goes in this category. Is we are actually going to have turrets protecting the spawn areas in the conflict maps to try to prevent spawn camping. So yeah,
佢哋會
let's see if
改
that works
嗰
out.
個
I
spawn
think
嗰個
there are other
位，
measures, but that's one
以
way
防
for
止
us
有人
to try to,
spawn cam，即係費
make sure that
事
there is also
cam
a
住個
chance
重生
to
點咁
recover as a
樣。
team, and you're not just being pushed to the spawn point and then the spawn can't, and you have no way to come out. So the turret
對個重生點有改動咯，呢件事
um,
都
to
OK 嘅
help
呢
you
個
out
諗
a
法。
bit on that. And in terms of loadouts, yes, we also want, we don't want a conflict game to be just about switching loadouts to adapt to whatever the other players have. We want you to be able to adapt, but not necessarily just switch on the go. So what we're going to do is we're only going to allow you one loadout switch per spawn. So when you die,
每一
you
次
respawn,
重
you're
生
allowed to
你
change your
只能
loadout,
夠
but then when
轉
you go
一
back
次
into
裝
the action,
備
you
咯。
can no longer change your loadout. So
轉
this
一
is
次
really
裝
to
備
try
配置咯。
to make you commit to a play style and then really once again
黐線呢個
make
唔
the
係一
best
個好
out
嘅
of it
改
and
動，因
let
為
it be about your skills and less
佢嘅
about,
意思
how many
即係佢嘅
items you
講
have
法
on
就係話
stage.
佢唔想你
And
好似
when
猜
you
包
look
戰
at
揼咁，
that,
為人哋
would
出
allow
狀態效果，你
for
出
a
危
bigger
防。
variety
OK，
of
咁你出咗
play
危防，人哋出
styles and
輸出嘅時候，你
more
轉狀態，即係
different
佢唔想
players
咁樣
to
做，佢想你真係忠於一個玩法，
find,
但我覺得呢件唔係一
conflict,
件好
the
事咯。
more appealing a game mode.
即係 Division 嘅 PVP 不嬲都係講緊你不斷 adapt， 不斷
And
去
the
轉
same-
裝，不
the
斷
same
係好似
changes,
包剪揼咁
from
去
what I
玩嘅
remember
嘛
is。
但係
gonna
佢而
be
家唔
applied
俾人
in the
咁做，
Dark
我覺得有啲
Zone,
奇怪咯呢個
regarding
諗法。
the, turrets?
係咯。
I mean, turrets we have in the dark zone. Now, what we're doing in the dark zone is also in terms of loadout switching. So it's not exactly the same, but what we're going to do. So
喺暗區有
let me
改動啦，
rewind.
都
With
係
the
裝
dark
備
zone,
配置。
one thing we want to change is that we really want to try to push the identity of the dark zones, especially the invaded dark zone and the non-invaded, to try
轉裝
to
counter 玩
find
法
the
觀
best
念先話
compromise
係㗎，冇
between
錯。
offering a really
我收到 Apple
intense
email 未？唔
PvP,
知喎，我話先。
you know, rogue versus agent chase experience, and that's going to be, you know, mostly in the invaded dark zone. And then the non-invaded dark zone being something that is a bit milder for players that are not necessarily looking for this kind of fights. There will still be PvP in the dark zone. We are not taking it away, but what we want is we want to try to make it a bit more fair in the non-invaded dark zone and keep the invaded for those who are really looking for the
喺 invaded 嗰個 dark zone 係會 hardcore 啲嘅個 PVP 體
So
驗。
one thing we're doing, for example, is it's especially focusing on the rogue mechanics in the non-invaded dark zone.
喺未被佔領即係普通暗區啦。
hold to go rogue longer. So it's from what are the values here? Was 0.75 seconds. Now it's going to be 5 seconds. So you actually have to commit.
What
You
the
really
fuck?
have to go in hiding and hold that button. So it's no longer.
你
just
喺
a surprise,
未被佔領
behind
即係
the back
普
of
通
the
暗區
map
度，如果你
and
想
shoot them
rook 嘅話，你要
directly. You
撳
have
實
to
個
plan
碌仔
and
5秒先可以 rook 咯。
Then the other thing that
黐
we're
線。
doing is extend the duration of the rogue first rank, so it takes a bit longer to actually go up in rank. And then especially the most important is again about loadouts. Once you go rogue in the non-invaded dark zone, once you go rogue, you can no longer change loadout.
OK。
So
當你變咗
this
半，
is
即係
also
你喺
again
未
a
被佔領嘅
communication.
暗區裏
You
邊，
need
你
to
叛
plan
變咗之後，
and
你唔能夠再改你啲裝㗎啦。
and then commit to whatever decisions you've made.
OK。
And we hope
因為我記
that,
得佢之前
these
講過咧，
changes,
點解要由
would
2秒
actually,
rook 變做
increase,
0.75秒咧？係因為佢想嗰個
accessibility of
即
the
時
dark
嗰個
zone
刺激嘅體
and,
驗啊！依家佢又
introduce
又
this
轉返
mode, like reintroduce this mode
又
to
轉
a
返
wider
走。
audience. Because back
The fuck?
in the days, it was fun and accessible for almost everyone. Nowadays, it's
Well, it's you know, it's like everybody looks for something different in the dark zone. So it's always going to be tough because it's a PvPvE area, and some people will go there because they're looking for PvE incentives. Some people will go there for PvP incentives.
佢呢個舉動其實想等啲玩家入去暗區拆裝啊。因為你5秒先變到 rook 嘅話，你係冇辦法即時襲擊你嘅對手㗎嘛。
Let's really try to give identity.
可能佢又想將刀區即係佔領暗區同埋普通暗區即係分得清楚啲咯嗰樣嘢。即係佢頭先都想講話係想分得清楚啲，佢可能呢啲方式去減少 PVP 個百分比，等啲普通玩家可能入去拆下裝啊咁樣。
This is the intense one. Non-invaded, this is something that is a bit more accessible for everyone, so it is a bit less intimidating as a player.
所以佢想咁樣做。
Into PvP, it is a bit less intimidating, but once again, if you want to play rogue in those, you absolutely can. It's just you need to know what you're doing.
yeah, there is a chance to customize in a way your experience and choose what works best.
Dark Zone 12，
specifically for
只要
you,
Dark Zone 12人都冇咁好玩，其實都係
still
太少
to be
人，
able to enjoy Dark Zones there, because that's one of the most
好容易
exciting
造成
parts.
4打4，跟住剩低嗰4個喺度拆裝嘅
To
局面。
finish off with the PvP changes, let's talk about expertise for a second, because it's another
專精
thing
系統
that we mentioned earlier today, and does not necessarily belong to PvP changes, but would also affect them greatly. And we have an infographic to show how drastically the values has been changed to make expertise and optimization costs more accessible for everyone. This is what you see right now on the screen. These are the new values, and if you want to compare those to what we had in the game before, that information can also be published.
11至到24咧，淨係需要42粒奇
To
特零
those who
件。
know, you can already see that it's so much
哇，少勁多啊！
less than it was originally.
Yeah, I mean,
即係
those
佢大
numbers
幅
still
度
probably
下
look
降
high
裝
for
備
a lot
專
of
精、
people,
升
but
專
it's,
精嗰個材料需求量咯。
We just want it to be less of a grind. To be honest, grinding the expertise.
佢
is
想
really the
減
most
少
fun
人
part
哋
of
嗰
the game,
個
so we
農
just
莊
want it to be,
嘅
to
時
be a bit more
間。
accessible, and especially because we're
你阿媽大減價係冇錯，你阿媽大減價。
at least not in the dark zone, by the way. This change to reduce expertise and shade levels to 0 is only in conflict and not in dark zone. But
conflict 就會完全冇晒呢啲
now that we
expertise
have
嘅，但
that
係 Dark
kind
Zone
of
係
check,
依然照有嘅。
we're happy to make the expertise progression a bit faster, so it is less intimidating, less of a call that you have to do because
講
of,
真，
this
你
grant.
嗰個
So
咁樣
we
嘅，
drastically reduce those costs.
即係 sort of 呢個專精系統出咗咁耐，你而家先減價，其實
I don't think that
都
there is
你想吸引新手，
more,
我覺得
on that
向呢個
to
方向發展
say.
都唔係一件好事啊。
Once again, asking you to try out these new changes.
要濃嘅都
on
濃晒㗎啦，
PTS
啲人
in
基
the
本
end of
上
the week. And the
都冇人
next
升裝啦，
big
都係升槍係
category
冇
and the
錯。
next big topic that we want to discuss
咪話咯
today is balancing.
唉，嚟
It's
啦
not only going to be about weapons and talents, so we're also going to discuss
，balancing
how
平
we're
衡
gonna
武器
affect
同
the
天
gear.
賦。
Those cards, by the way, are absolutely not in the right order. So I apologize if I'm just like constantly looking for
佢話
what
依
is
家
Daya
嗰
talking
啲
about.
咩
Where is
武
that?
器同裝備唔
Yeah,
係順
that's
次
my
序咁
fault.
講嘅
But。here
黐
comes
線。
one of the one of the biggest lists. I remember doing stuff like that in school whenever there are like long history conspects.
外
and
扮
you need
nerf
to write
meta 係
everything
冇
down
錯
and，there's
嚟
not
啦
enough
nerf。
space and you just
天蝎座應該會俾人
keep
nerf 先，
gluing
我覺得。
some
So the weapon
extra-
balancing changes.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff, and it's a very small.
天蝎座應該會俾人
font,
nerf
like
咯，其實。
super small. I probably I need to. squint
買定
my
離
eyes
手，
to,
我覺得天蝎座會
check
俾人
those.
nerf 咯。
Do you want to read all of them?
No. I mean that was your idea,
Nerf 啦
right?
啦
To
使你
have
哋加廿四
everything,
啲嘢。
just in case. Let's just talk about what the general buff balance pass was aimed at.
Yeah.
哦，今次係 buff 喎，
so
今次係。
the idea is to, and I mean that's in general what we want to do is balancing anyway, but it's like let's look at everything that is underperforming. Let's take like we don't want to nerf the stuff that is powerful because
Okay.
it's powerful, it's fun, and people like it, so we want
佢
to
唔想
limit,
nerf meta 喎，今次係
as much as
buff
possible,
嘢
like
喎，
taking that
神
fun
奇
away,
喎
but，instead
轉
let's
死
look at
性
everything
喎
else。and try to make everything
buff
else
快
just
輕
as
機
fun
槍好
and
冇啊？
interesting. So it's really not about giving you more power, it's giving you more options.
係咯，佢
and
而
so we
家
looked at every weapon in every category.
佢嘅講法就話
every weapon
想
family,
透
and
過
just look
buff
at,
嗰
okay,
啲
what
武
kind
器
of
或者 buff 天賦
quick
俾多啲
buff
option
can
你
we
哋
make
揀
so
咯，
that
唔再
weapon
係
to
死
actually
meta
give
某
it
幾
more
件裝。
identity and also
哦，幾好啊！呢個諗
bring
法
it
啊
up,
Who are
closer
you?
to
Where's
the
my
power
massive?
level
係咯。
of the best performing and the most popular weapons. So that's why
可
this
唔可以
is a long
buff
list
嗰
because
個
again it goes through every single weapon.
我想
We're
攞
not
嘢
going
飲。
to, I think go through all of them, but it's like it's in terms of
可唔可以
weapon
buff 下
damage,
我
in max
把
size, in
槍？
RPM, in all kind of changes depending on weapon, depending on which one it is. There are changes in here that are going to impact all of them.
我把
Assault
sniper 啊，
rifles,
史萊普尼爾啊
LMGs,
，buff 下好
submachine
嘛？
guns, rifles, marksman rifles, pretty much everything. And I think the most important part is
Yeah.
also that exotic weapons for
奇特武器
attribute, will now be
數值
reconfigurable.
Yeah, that's something we've done more with the last exotics, and it was fairly popular. So yes,
所有
with
奇
Project
特
Resolve, you're
所
going
有
to be
舊
able
嘅
to
奇
get
特
great
都可以
different
重新
attributes
校
of
準佢嗰啲
every
天嗰啲
exotic,
其他屬性。
weapon in the game.
因為依家啲
Which is
奇特可以
cool.
校
On the
準
other
屬性
hand,
噶嘛，
we
佢而家
know
將舊嗰
that
啲都可以
it
校
means
準
that a lot
咯。
of you are just going to be
點啊？呢個 OK 啊，呢
damage
個
to targets out of cover.
幾好啊！
Because that's probably the best stat out there. This is something we have in mind, and this is something we're going to look at as well in terms of the value of those attributes and making sure that the other options are
呢個 OK 喎，呢
also
個。
interesting. It's not listed in here because I don't know yet if we will manage to make it for Project Resolve, but just want you to be aware that we know what the consequence of that change
校
will
準嘅
be.
天賦
But
啊！
still, let's see how creative people can get with being allowed to change the third attribute of an exotic weapon.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And another
Right.
thing that I think important to
有趣
mention
喎。
here that since intention was not to overbuff some exotic and named weapons, and certain buffs from the weapons that these named and exotics are based on may not carry over. So that's why we're gonna publish the whole list for you to look through.
咦？
It's not necessarily gonna mention all the named and
佢唔係
exotic
全
weapons
部
too,
都有嘅喎，
but
佢係純粹覺
just
得
to
某
make
啲
sure
過
that
弱嘅
we're
奇
not
特先可以俾你
making
咁
some
做嘅啫喎。
weapons, overpowerful,
唔係
but
全部啊，唔係全奇特啊，唔係全奇特
the
啊，
base weapon and then applying that
Yeah.
to the named and exotic as well.
唔係全奇特啊，
I mean, is there
指定某幾件我覺得佢哋
I was trying to see
指
which
定
ones
喺個
are, but I'm
list
just
裏邊，
going
我覺
to
得
give you some
廢
random
啲
ones,
嘅
right? But like F2000 replica and the shield splinterer in the process.
OK
are
F
gonna get
2000
plus
有啦，
50 RPM plus 10 max size. That's one example. The military P416 and custom
P416
P416 Glory Days Eagle Bearer plus 50 RPM.
加
In
50射速啊
LMGs, I run long, actually getting a plus 10% weapon damage.
加10% 武器
Stoner
傷害
LMG,
Stoner
Quiet Blue
輕機
Screen plus
槍
20% weapon damage.
加25% 武器傷害。
What else do we have in
咁得
here?
意。
Some machine guns, the M1928 Tommy gun, the Slayer, ground grade plus 10%
The Slayer
weapon
聖
damage.
誕雪橇試手。
What else do we have?
Threat
in here?
Addict plus 15.
Yep.
Commando.
有一圖都冇張。
What else? MDR
係啊
battle
15
rifle,
係
MDR
啊冇錯，但係已經係
replica plus
10% 射速啊。
10% weapon damage plus 20 RPM.
我攞罐嘢飲先。
MMR also
你慢慢聽
covered
住先。
SRS A1, SRS A1 replica, pinprick mantis plus 30% weapon damage. So yeah, there's a lot, and again, some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. So again, all of that will be on the PTS, and the full list will be published as well. So you can go through that, make your own mind, try them on the PTS. See if we went overboard with some of them, maybe. We'll see. That's what the PTS is for. But again, it's what taking the time to actually focus on improvements.
EB
gives us. It's
後
really
buff
doing a
咗
general pass on everything.
863 歐
Really try to
好似唔錯。
bring everything up.
And weapons are not the only thing that underwent such a pass.
入聽力測試係。
There's also been a gear balancing pass as well.
裝備都有改
mainly
動。
targets brand sets. You want to talk about it?
Sorry, I look eager. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, the brand sets is so the idea with brand sets is just that
brand set 品牌裝備組。
it feels like it's kind of rare to see people using 3 pieces.
好少人會用3件啦。係啊，正常啊。
Sacrifice other things, and usually the 3 piece is not necessarily that interesting. So what we wanted to do with brand sets is really make sure that we reward the commitment to a brand set. So if you're going to use 2 pieces or 3 pieces of a brand set, like those bonuses should be worth it. So what we did is we did a general pass on the brand sets to make sure that the 2 pieces and 3 pieces bonuses are actually better. So we are not changing the first piece. I think none of them has their first piece.
佢將第2、第3個天賦嘅數值強化喎，睇嚟係。哇！之前一堆改。
Wait for people to screen grab that.
即係品牌裝備第2、第3天賦會強化喎。
If you look at, I don't know, what can I pick here from
Let's go with Empress.
女王國際。
When you pick the one that didn't have a change to the 3-piece bonus, but Empress, for example, the 2-piece bonus is going to go from 10% skill damage to 20% skill damage.
哇！女王國際2件由10% 技能傷害改到20喎。
What do we have in here?
What the fuck?
Bellstone gonna get the 48% incoming repairs as a third.
As a third, yeah.
Yeah.
Gilagard,
獨色守衛隊。
1 piece, but the second piece goes from 10% health to 20% health. The third piece goes from 1% armor regen to 3% armor regen.
3%？ 獨色守衛隊2件由10% 生命值變成加20% 生命值，3件嗰個1% 裝甲回復變3% 裝甲回復。What the fuck？
It's gonna get a 30% weapon stability on 3 piece instead of 20.
黐線 ！What the fuck？
What do we have as well? Petrov, 30% ammo capacity instead of 20% on 3 piece.
真係唔係 nerf
again, some of
meta。
them get their 2 piece
係咯，
bonus.
係咪外星人扮嘅呢個
increase,
massive？
and most of them get their 3 piece.
黐線獨色守衛隊1% 變3%。
We are not changing the bonus, we're just increasing them.
And the ones that remain unchanged, Providence, Circle of Concern, Yal, and we're going to publish the full list with all the changes with before and after, so you can compare where the second or third piece bonus increased.
血多過黑甲嗰班，再加多20% 血，黐線。
See how people actually combine that and
總言之，佢哋話係唔係改天賦，係純粹提高個數值咯。即係每一個品牌嘅第2同第3個天賦都會改高數值咯。
Oh yeah.
Talents balancing.
唉，嚟啦，天賦改動。
You can have my cards if you want. I don't know. I made sure to place everything in order. I don't know.
Best build new meta is coming.
I'm at global events.
出到 PTS 再講係啊。所有 mod 同 skill 都 lock 晒。唔關事㗎，佢嗰個本身係佢嗰啲數值上嘅嘢嚟㗎嘛。佢嗰啲配件勁咁多，佢特色嚟㗎。
But what if there are, I don't know, some secret codes or my
We're gonna see the note. Yannick, don't say that.
my PC password is in there?
That could happen.
It's not. IT security is a big priority here.
係咯，應該過唔到 PTS 係3% return 啊，啱啱勁過當年鑄造廠喎，大哥。
That's why I talk. Okay, so talents. I mean, same logic. Trying to look at the talents that are underperforming, making them better. There's also
有啲廢天賦想改勁啲啦。
To make sure that
Unstoppable Force 使乜改
some
勁啲啊？唔
talents in PvP are
該。
either better or less. Less the way to go. So some of those changes are actually PvP only. Some of those
有啲係
changes
PvP
are
only 嘅呢啲天賦改動。
for everything. But for example, the Doctor Home, the proc condition is going to change from headshots to target killed. So it's
醫生之家原本由爆頭擊殺變成你擊殺咗個目標就得啦。
The Actum Est,
Estum
which
Est
is from the
聖艾爾摩引擎。
I'm just having whatever Sentinel having brain fart. It's going to be 50% now in PvP only. 50% of the magazine is going to be filled with shocked ammo instead of 100%.
依家半個格會裝電擊子彈咯，原本係一個格噶嘛，依家會變半個格咯，但係 PVP only。
20% weapon damage to shock enemies to 30%.
Thunder Strike 電擊由20% 變成30%，增加對電擊狀態效果影響嘅敵人。
It's going to be in the patch notes. So
It's going to be in the patch notes.
Nerf 又由30變20。
What else do we have? Big Game Hunter headshots will be plus 4% headshot damage instead of plus 2%.
Big Game Hunter 4% 變成2%。Big Game Hunter 嗰個叫大角啊。
Is going to get 3 stacks per second, up to a max of 9.
Intimidate 威嚇1秒疊3層，1秒疊3層上限係9層。
Unbreakable, imperfect, unbreakable, only in PvP.
Yeah, Unbreakable is getting a small nerf from 50%
Unbreakable 牢不可破。
40% armor repaired, PvP only, but change.
變成40% 裝甲咯，PVP only 嘅啫。
55 to 50. So small tweaks for some of them, bigger for
哦，
others.
正常喎。係咯，掂 M4 改 PVP 冇乜所謂嘅。
So
起薯片我蝦條係冇錯。
Foundry Bulwark also process refinery.
Refinery
Increase makeshift
鑄造
repairs.
廠。
Gosh, this text. Sometimes it's hard to read the talents in our game. But it's going to increases makeshift repairs from 25% over 10 seconds to 35% over 10 seconds instead of 20 to 30. So we're increasing.
哇，好辛苦啊！聽佢啲數值。
makeshift repairs and also the
makeshift repair 應該係鑄造廠。
makeshift repairs would have been easier. But anyway,
冇記錯
there will be patch
嘅話。
notes with all those details.
Yeah, I think that's enough to just give a general glimpse and the feel of it.
And also a change that is very important for PvP is the technician's linked laser pointer is going to have its duration reduced from 20 seconds to 6 seconds.
哦，
So
電工嗰
no
個
longer just 3%.
技工嗰個槍咧，咪有個紅外線嘅，接觸時間由20秒
And I
減到
guess
6秒啊
that's。pretty much what.
佢話 PVP only 啊。
Yeah, the
我唔
plan
肯定
was,
係咪所有都係
we
PVP only，
still
但我哋
have
可以
a
陣
few
間望
topics
下
to
嘅。
discuss. I just wanted to summarize
睇佢
everything
patch
and
note
say
啊
that's
威
very
嚇呢個
legit
唔肯
for
定
the
呢個。
balancing, and thank you so much for giving us the
嚇
reading
完啊！What the fuck？
comprehension class.
咁突然間嘅，佢唔係好大沓咁樣讀完㗎啦。What the fuck？
Please do not rate his reading comprehension skills. But whatever. We also want to give you an update on the global events, projects, quality of life updates, and new
全域
features.
事
But
件
we'll start
update。
with the global events, and it's also a huge list because we actually targeted all of them, apart from your favorite. Golden Bullet is
全
not
部
here, but there is a reason for that. And as you
佢話
can
會
see,
對全部嘅全域事件有改動，除咗
I have it somewhere. I'll
Golden
find
Bullet
it.
黃金子彈之外，佢陣間會解釋點解。
I'll start then.
我到而
So
家都唔知 Golden Bullet 玩啲咩其
main
實。
idea behind it was to all the improvements for global events were aimed to make the rest global events apart from the golden bullet more fun and engaging.
總言之，佢想玩，令到佢更加好玩
Basically, what we
啦。
wanted to do is to leverage the success of the golden bullet and try to apply it to.
簡單啲嚟講，佢就想令到大家去玩傳奇事件嗰陣時咧係好玩啲嘅。咁黃金子彈係一個指標嚟嘅，佢想令到其他 global event 都好似佢咁好玩啦嚇。考玩 farming game 應該等我哋去 Manhunt 或者
I sound very
event drop。
critical. I'm not criticizing Darius' methods, by the way. I'm just. We haven't
因為
rehearsed
冇
this,
人玩係，
Next
全部
time, I'm
變晒黃金子彈咁 high 係。
A2 or A3 format.
係
and
冇
just,
錯
you know, put it on the
消防員
wall
玩
here,
晒
so
冇錯
So I'm just all
除咗復活之外
and read. But I think we can also just give a glimpse of a few changes here and there. Like, for example, for Guardians, we wanted
守護
players
者
to be
Guardian
more aggressive when engaging with angels and take more risks. That's why when killing an angel, in addition to restoring armor to full, 50% of total armor is going to be added to the bonus armor.
其實我唔知佢玩啲
Same thing
咩
for
啊，所以我唔
Guardians,
知點樣
increased
翻譯呢
damage
樣
buff
嘢。
from 30 to
Holy shit.
50%, because the previous damage felt a little bit underwhelming, so we just buffed it.
Yep.
Polarity switch.
極性轉換
Let's see. Changed max stacks from 5 to 4.
最
Because
高
it
上限
took
疊層
too
由
long
5層變成
to,
4層。
reach
4
the
層
full stacks, and we just decided to make it a bit easier. Also changed
但係個數值
the
一樣
damage
喎。
bonus per stack from 20 to 25% to compensate for the last
係咯。
stacks. And
疊層
killing
少
an
咗，而
enemy
嗰個
with the
輸出
right
增高，
polarity
即係
would
你疊
reload
快咗
the
啲嘢可
weapon.
以。
Do you also want to?
極性轉換你用啱嘅極性去殺人會有加傷噶嘛？佢想縮短個疊層時間，提高咗嗰個傷害獲得量啊。但係因為以前係1層20，最多可以疊5層啊嘛，所以總共係加100啊嘛。依家就疊4層，每層25%，所以結果都係冇變到嘅，只不過令到你更加快疊到個傷害啫。極性轉換我識玩啊呢個。
And as we said, if you kill the right ones, you get an auto reload. So the idea is just to really, with polarity switch at least, was just to really make it first more forgiving, more impactful in terms of bonus, and especially also less of a reload fest, where suddenly, you know, when you're in the flow and you're hitting the right enemies, but then you need to reload because you're out of ammo, and then you were in mindset of like, okay,
真係
I'm
戇
yellow,
鳩，全部
I'm
記
gonna
得
shoot,
荷
I
里
have to
活
reload. Oh, wait, no, I'm
極
blue,
性已
and
經算係易玩啦，
so
冇
now it's
錯。
going to reload automatically as long as you're playing it right. So it's really for us to really keep you in the flow of like having the right targets and playing the right colors.
Yeah, there
有堅定追傳奇事件冇乜分別。
triple explosion rage.
Hollywood is easy, more explosions, bigger
More
explosions.
explosions, yeah. Triple explosion damage. Yeah, explosions generate signature ammo and grenades at your location.
Yeah, and that was one angle with Hollywood was also that
Hollywood.
it should be the signature weapon global event. So we really want to make sure that
特化武器啊。
when you use your signature weapon, when you know
荷里活去玩特化
fire,
武器
we
咩？真係唔
give
識
you
喎
the。tools to actually
呢兩個月嘅
kill
呢個兩個星期嘅荷
so
里
it
活直
should
接
really
無
be
視
the one where
用
you're-
消防
you're
員咪得咯，使
playing
乜
as
搞咁
much
多
as
嘢啫？
possible almost all the time with your signature weapon being out because that's what it should be built for. It's all about spectacle and big destructions.
For Shade Exposed, stacks are going to be acquired 50% faster because the event feels better when you are exposed. And we just want for the
一個鐘頭前有個新嘅新聞就係 E3 會永久取消啊。GG well played
Also
OK。
double pulse radius, because sometimes
E3 竟然都收皮啊，不過都正常嘅，
enemies,
自己搞好過啦，
and
使乜整你個
hopefully
大
it's gonna
會
be
啫？
more reliable. 65% damage instead of 1,015% damage from pulsed enemies. Non-pulsed enemies still deal full damage.
Yeah, it's just really to try to get you in the flow of getting the getting the effect faster, getting the stacks faster, releasing those stacks, being more generous with what you get out of it, and really again more forgiving and yeah, that's just more fun.
More fun. And with the reanimated, it's also explosions, triple explosion range, and increased
哇！
explosion
個
damage
爆
by
炸範圍加
50%.
3倍，我覺
And
得。
also we increased the enemy headshot weakness by 50%. to kind of incentivize you to go.
Kill
for
them with headshots, let them explode, and then let them die from their own explosions.
It sounds way meaner than it's supposed to.
It's supposed to be about fun, but
it is fun. But talking about other fun things, global events are not the only thing that underwent changes. There was also a big pass on the projects.
project 每週計劃。
Also, it lists 3 cards. One of them, do you have yours?
Somewhere.
Just take mine. Here is the project. Here is the project. Yeah, you have them.
Yeah. Okay, here it is.
Yeah, there are just 3 cards. This is how many changes the projects underwent, and basically the idea was to make the projects more worthwhile, more interesting, more engaging, and that's why some of them are going to receive new rewards, better rewards. There are also going to be some updates to conditions as well. Do we want to just give some sneak peeks?
But the general intention with projects is that especially when you take the daily projects, for example, like it should be like when I log into the game and I don't really know what to do, like it should almost be your first reflex is to open the project and see, okay, how can I get some quick stuff? If I'm just gonna play 20 minutes today, the daily project should be your way to go, and it's not the case today. So we really wanted to boost that because they're controlled. You only get only a certain amount of them, so it's easy for us to make them generous and make sure that this is an easy checkbox thing to do when you're starting your session. So it's really about making them not too tedious to complete and make sure that they are really rewarding. So it should be.
佢想提高佢嗰個進行難，提高個回報，降低個遊戲難度咯。即係佢想令到啲計劃更加容易完成。
Were added to projects at the base of operations, and for example, small amount of exotic components, named items, and
佢會送啲奇特零件啊、帶名裝備啊，同埋經驗值咯。通後啲你直接俾700萬經驗值升10，你我定話黐線。
To weekly projects and Dark Zone and Conflict projects, for example, for Dark Zone and Conflict,
每週暗區計劃
named items, reduced necessary objectives to defeat enemies from 5 to 3, reduced objectives to recover.
減少啲目標數量同埋提高嗰啲獎勵啊。
Equipment items, named items.
D2 每週察覺 roll 槍玩家會上線 TD 義務係咯。奇特零件、奇特箱嗰啲咯，加多啲。
More loot, more rewards.
Yeah, and a bit more accessible, a bit easier to complete the project and get the rewards. So yeah, also the full list, since there's a lot of stuff, I don't see the need for us to just recite everything and to read, because obviously we can't read.
We can't read. What the fuck?
But yeah, you will get the full list in the patch notes. And the few last things that I wanted to for us to touch on is the quality of life.
Quality of life 同埋啲新元素，即係遊戲生態平衡同埋新元素。
There were very significant changes made to the loot system and inventory system. And I think we
戰利品掉落同埋裝備品 inventory 問題。
Yeah, and the main change, and that's one that's been asked for a very long time, is that now all the loot crates in the world are going to scale to the global difficulty settings of your map. So if you put your map on heroic, your loot crates, all of them, the one that's right next to the safe house, or the ones anywhere in the world, are going to scale and give you heroic quality loot. So hopefully,
依家全世界所有白區、所有開放世界裏邊嘅裝備商咧，都會根據你嗰個全域難度而提升佢品質嘅。即係譬如話你個難度係英雄嘅，就全部開出嚟都英雄品質嘅。咁亦都即係話佢嗰個 最低嗰個下限會係高咯。
going to scale
難度越高嘅話，佢
proper
跌落嚟
when
嗰個裝備
every
嗰個
box
下
you're
限
opening
會
is gonna be a
越
heroic
高啊！
box and no longer just,
即係譬如話你
standard
英雄
box.
係好似50%，唔係傳奇好似係75啊嘛，
And also there was
至少一定跌
um,
75或以上
the
percent
mod
嘅
space
數值啊嘛。
because it's being cluttered.
好啦，依家就
endlessly
講
and
啦，
there's a
裝
lot
備
of
儲藏
stuff
箱可唔可以
you
多
have
啲
in
位
it,
啦？
And basically the idea was to make the skill mode inventory management more manageable, more efficient. So now each bonus can only be owned once, and the value of the role gonna update when a better one drops for you. And
哦，
basically it's gonna make it so much easier for you to
大家以後唔使拆
go
插件啊，
through it and understand which mode.
以後唔使拆插
So,
件啊，
so
咁多
what
位，
this means just clearly is just really that
因為以後咧你
every
嗰啲插
skill
件
mod
咧，
is unique now. So every type of skill mod is unique.
Ah,
So you
that's
can
it.
only have one copy of the whatever damage mod for that skill, and no longer just drop multiple copies of it. When you drop a new copy
That's
of
it.
it, if it's a better roll, it's just going to update the roll of the one you've saved. So you no longer have to go back in your skill mod inventory.
哦 skill mod
Yeah,
技能
and
插
look
件，
at,
唔好意思
okay,
啊。
what do I have and which one is
技能插
better,
件
and all the
以後
inventory
佢
management.
每一
There's
個
enough
column
inventory
只會出
management
一個
for
數值，
things
即係
as
譬如話
well.
依
So
家
as a start,
某
we
一
want to
個
look at
技能，
skill
即係譬
mods
如話
and make
地
that
雷咁啦，
much
地雷佢嗰
faster,
個傷
especially
害
for
量係
skill
會
mods,
有幾個名
because
嘅
we。know
咁
really
依家個玩
reason
法咧
to
就係
hold
譬如話
on
我
to
跌
a
咗一個增加
worse
5% 嘅，
version of a mod
我就會
because
直
you
接
can
可以
only
用到
have,
5% 啦，唔
you
使
can
插
only
嗰個
use
插
those
件。
mods specifically
咁如果我
in those slots
執
for
咗
that
第二
skill,
個
so
可以
it's
可能
difficult
話係
to have
7.5%
useful
嘅，就
items
直接
somewhere
將
else
舊
anyway.
嗰個插件個數值
So it
提
was
高
really
咯。
just clutter for nothing.
係啊，
So
即係
now
佢
it's
改
all
善
done.
咗
The
技
game
能
will
插
take
件
care
嗰
of
個
that
位
for
咯，
you, and you don't have to worry about it.
唔使揀，係自動幫你留最高，係
Basically
冇錯。
automated system for skill modes.
skill mod 即係
And,
依家淨係
another thing that armor kits replenish with the second cooldown. Basically, the new feature that would allow you to instantly use the armor kit to replenish 25%.
直接俾你用到
And in
裝甲包。
addition to the existing functionality of holding the button down to get the 100%. And
撳
I
實
guess
到
the
最後就
shield
係用
watch,
100% 啦，咁
bonus,
樣。
Yeah. So let's talk about shade
手
watch
錶
bonus.
獎勵。
No, so we've
手
made
錶
a
嘅點
change,
數獎
but
勵。
ultimately it's probably not going to change a lot for a lot of our players. But basically, what we wanted to do is, for reasons that are going to be obvious to people who know the history of our game, we wanted to implement a cap to the health bonus of the shade watch levels.
Oh.
Because
佢
we
想
know
幫
that when
手
people
錶
reach
嘅嗰
ridiculous
個生命
levels,
值上限，
especially when people
生命值
exploit our game
加成
and
提
gain,
設一個上限，
hundreds of thousands of levels as it
因為有
happens.
啲人去到200幾300萬
the
血
bonuses
嘅。
become completely out of whack. So what we wanted is we wanted to implement a cap to those, but we also wanted to make sure that this is a cap that is achievable, but
Oh,
also,
Molu.
feeling rewarding enough. So what we're doing is, you get 30 HP per level from level 1 to 1000. That's the way it's always been. Then after that, you used to get 3 HP per level infinitely. Now what we're doing is we're going to say from level 1001 to level 2000, you're going to get, again, 30 HP per level. After 2000, you're capped. You're no longer gaining
Okay.
HP.
佢意思就係話，我哋而家每一升一呢手錶嘅話咧，就可以獲得3滴血嘅無限嘅呢嚿嘢。係啦。咁所以咧，依家就變咗個上限啦。你去到2000呢，你手錶去到2000呢嘅時候，你嗰個生命值加成就會去到上限。係啦。咁啊，嗰啲幾百萬血嗰隻撚樣就會收皮啦。
To reach the cap.
非常之好。
But therefore there is a cap.
200萬血
which
撚
is
樣。
not level 2000, 60,000 HP.
總言之，依家去到2000呢嘅時候咧，就會去到上限啦。係啦。
A few other things
冇錯。
that I mentioned that there were
嗰啲外
changes
掛
made to
掣。
the inventory system as well.
Inventory
and we already
system.
talked about
物品欄
the
系統。
skills, but there is a very important one, completely new one, a new feature.
新
that
嘅
is
嘢嚟
gonna
嘅，新系
support
統。
Tinkering. It's actually going to be a new menu, and
有個
So
新嘅
the
menu。
idea was to kind of make sense of recalibration and optimization living together, because both those things they work together, but the way the game presents them is
Oh shit, new bugs.
it doesn't really make them or show them together. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring them together under one menu that is called Tinkering. So it's still the same functionality. You will, from the Tinkering menu, you will have the option to recalibrate a stat or to optimize a stat. So you go into Tinkering, you look at an item, you look at your
Tinkering.
stats, and then for each
鐵匠。
stat you have the option: do you want to recalibrate or do you want to optimize? You can always still only recalibrate one stat, but then the other ones you can optimize. So that's the idea of tinkering. The big thing with the
Tinkering.
tinkering screen is
鐵匠
that
敲嗰啲鐵
we're
嗰啲
going to
聲。
allow you to open that screen from anywhere in the world. So you no longer have to go back to your recal station
Oh.
to actually open recalibration and optimization. You will be
你喺
able to
個
do that
你唔
on the
你以後
fly
唔需要
during
再喺
the
個
mission
製作站
in the
嗰
world
度
during whatever.
校準
You
啊，
will
或
be
者
able
最
to
佳化，
actually do
任
some
何地方都可以
recalibration
做到啦。而
optimization.
家
The idea being that if you drop a piece
方
of
便
loot
啲嘅啫。
and it's almost an upgrade compared to what you have, you can quickly equip it, upgrade it if you have the materials, so you directly take it on your build.
但係唔關老手事
and
嘅，
you can keep going. You no
呢個係
longer
新
have to
手
hold
嘅
on
問
to
題
it
嘅。
and wait until you go back to the White House to remember, oh, I have that piece of loot and what did I
佢想
do?
嘢，佢想做到嘅嘢咧，
So
就係
we're
方便
able
你跌
to
咗件裝啦，
make a quick decision and we're saving
就可以
time, so
即
you
刻
don't
喺
have to
現
go
場
back to
度
the
升
White
級，
House constantly and,
咁啊可以即刻去幫你裝備升
one
你
big，
但
change
係
that
老
we're
手其
doing
實就
part
冇
of
關
that
事嘅。
is the recalibration library is becoming just the library. That's the way it's called. It functions the same, but one thing that you should know is that now the library is also going to be the cap at which you can optimize a stat. So if you want to do optimization on a stat, you will only be able to optimize it up to whatever is stored on your library, which again allows us to have things make more sense together and make
我唔
the
使理啊，
stream,
佢話總言之，依家咧
synergizing.
你嗰個最佳
Going through the
化
whole thing, I hope
只能夠喺你嗰個
fine.
校準站嗰
One
個
thing
上
we're
限
doing,
嗰度咯。
we're going to do as that, and you might have seen that because there was a hint of it on the screen earlier. But therefore, we are going to reduce the cost of optimization across the board. We're halving it. So yes, you have the extra.
即係譬如
work
話
of
你
having
校
to
準站
actually
嗰個
store
校
the
準
stats
數
in
據
the
庫，
library
我武
before
器
you can
傷害係得
optimize
9
to,
嘅啫，你只能
the
夠
highest levels.
最佳化到
Therefore,
去到
the
9
act of
咯，你唔能
optimizing
夠
is
去到
gonna
10
be
咯。
cheaper.
係啊
It's going to be half the cost. So making
佢整咗個鎖出嚟
optimization
咯，冇乜用
more
嘅其實。
accessible to more
Uber
players.
鐵匠
Yeah, the
原地
optimization
捐精
costs are going to be
黐
reduced
線。
greatly, and you can. Oh, thank you, Dory, for bringing it back.
咩玩法？
Yeah, so
These are expertise. I don't know that they have optimization on them.
yeah, they don't.
It says optimization in the title, so that's why I said there's a.
係啊，都係要
let's
威
see,
後
but
捐
the
精冇
costs are
錯。
actually the expertise ones.
But that's
Oh shit.
yeah, that's pretty much it. But there are a few other things that are also going to be available in the PTS. For example, the ability to send an item to stash with getting a warming. What is
Warning.
warming?
Warming.
Global warming. Basically a warning about the stash being full. Sorry, it's the end of the day, and that's a lot of stuff we need to go through. And also an option to show the stash item count when approaching the specific item without the need to access it. So a lot of things that
提示系統咯，你個箱
should
就係
help
爆啦
you。optimize and spend less time going through your inventory.
The same AR as you have on the backpack now. So as you approach the stash, you will see how many items. And as Daria said, it's all the small things that are hopefully making the experience a bit smoother.
No, but I think those improvements overall, like combined together, they really provide a much
我唔使提示都知個箱要爆，係冇錯。
management
基本上我箱永遠都係爆，
to
我都係。
a lot of people who just don't want to spend so much time because we'll have work, we'll have families, we just want to come home, enjoy the game, and do not spend time sorting out the stuff that we got on the previous runs. That's going to help a lot.
If you're like me, if you play and then you hold your loot and then you log out thinking, oh, I'll deal with it later, and then you log back in and you forget to do your inventory management, and then you go into a mission and then you can't loot anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
我提示喺左下角，
You're
冇
still
試
going to
咗
have
佢
to
幾
do
年
that,
，Jesus。
do your inventory management, but some steps are actually going to be at least a bit easier. And these, there's more things we have in mind.
好多嘢要改動咯，條片應該又要好長咯，整到。
This is answer and everything is
救
going to
命
be
啊！
fixed.
好攰啊！
These are improvements. This is a step, and hopefully there will be more coming in the future as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's also a thing that we mentioned in the roadmap, that it's not like Project Resolve going to happen and
Yeah,
nothing will
overman
come
hole.
afterwards. It's going to be a few gradual
我相永遠
steps
都係少過
towards
10個位，
the
冇錯。
final goal.
我都知唔使特別
But
提，
we'll
係
talk
冇
about
錯。
it more, in
我
the
係少
future.
過5個位嘅一定。
And I guess the last thing that we want to mention,
最後一
last
樣嘢
but
要講
not
啦
least, it's the game modes.
Game mode
And
遊戲
there are
模式。
just a few smaller things that wanted to outline. Like first of all, optimization have been implemented to all the 3 game modes that we have in the game right now: Descent, Countdown, and Summit. And we believe that those changes would lead to enhanced stability and performance improvements
Oh.
overall. So
即係高峰大廈
please
啦、
do
發
let
電
us
廠
know
同埋
how
深
it
潛，
feels,
提
with
高
all
嗰個
those
穩定度，
improvements,
即係
the
費事
PTS.
唔會 crash 啊或者
And
斷線啊乜乜乜嗰啲嘅啫。
Summit fans have a big announcement. The
高峰大廈有重大
level
消息。
100 XP issue has been also solved.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why you're looking at me as if it was
100咧嗰個經驗
We're
值問題
fixing
俾
the
人改
XP
咗
issue。of
即係點啊？
of
我唔明
Summit.
喎。
So it's for those of you that have been gaining a lot of XP by using that.
Oh.
Sorry, you have to find other ways. And yeah, and then the last change.
哦，100層嗰個
Sorry,
fix 咗啦。
I'm diving
no
into
no
it,
no
but-
please it's the descent, yeah.
Yeah, so to descent, there's one significant change we're making, and
深潛有一個重大
it's,
改動。
there's 2 changes we're making. But
Oh,
the
兩個
first
原來
one
屌。
is that we are going to introduce a talent rotation to descent, because the main issue is just there's a lot of talents in descent, and as we add more talents to the game and we add them to descent, the pool gets more and more diluted, and it gets harder and harder to actually get the build you
關於
want,
天賦事嘅。
to get the talents that are interesting. So what we're going to do is now there will be a rotation, and so not all talents will be
Oh,
available all the time.
rotation.
It will be pools of talents that are going to be available.
嚟緊深潛個玩法就係佢將嗰啲天賦組埋一組，然之後每一輪都輪替
There's
嘅。
going to be a regular rotation of the descent talents. So hopefully that means
因為佢話嚟
curated,
緊會加多啲天賦落去啊嘛，咁個
talents,
pool 太大 ，RNG
that
越嚟越
means
多咧。
easier
佢嚟
to,
緊會
you
不
know,
斷去
on
輪
specific
咯，
rotation
即係佢有個
to,
list 嘅。
get the builds you want. And
即係
also
譬如話
other
依第一輪
occasions
就
if the
1、2、3，
rotation
第
is
二
not
輪就
what
4、5、
we usually
6
play with,
個天賦咁
maybe
樣咯。
discovering new playstyles, but through a curated list of talents. So
哦，
that's the
咁
first
樣
thing.
改
And the second thing is we
我
have
覺得兩
done
個
a
位根本唔會
pass
好執
in terms
好
of
撚多嘢可以出
session
邊，我
length
好撚興奮，唔係啊，諗得太
descent
多啦。
to try to make them shorter. So that means the time it takes to reach the Nemesis is going to be shorter overall. The time it takes to
Oh.
reach rewards in general in descent.
第
is
二
also
個
gonna
改
be
動就
shorter. So
係
we wanted
你
to bring
遇
down
到
the data
強
a
敵
bit,
之前嗰個進度會
in
減
descent
少
to
嘅，會
not
縮短
be
嘅，即係你會
that
提
big
早
of a
遇到強
time
敵咯。
commitment when you go into descent, thinking,
唉，
okay,
冇錯，
I'm
即係我
gonna
哋
have to spend the next 2
我哋
hours.
每個禮拜打嗰個錄音可以快啲啦，正。
And yeah,
天賦裏邊
thank you
啲
so much for
天賦唔
reciting
夾
all
收
those
皮，係
changes.
冇錯。
And now it's time for your favorite part,
最後啦
it's the Q&A session.
Q&A
And thank you
session
so much, Polina, for
係冇錯。
providing us with
官方永遠都係唔會答，
collecting all
但係
the
就會 A
questions
咯，
from
唔
the
會睇
chat.
Q，但係會有 A 咯。
I'm a little bit surprised to say that there are not a lot of them, but probably because I really hope that it's almost because we answered the majority of the questions, introducing the changes and the fixes that are coming with Project Resolve. But there is going to be
Everybody is just too busy commenting on your beautiful hairdo.
yeah, it's nice, and you have a matching one because it's holiday season.
我有咩神奇 Q&A
By
啊
the？way, if you do not know, there is a holiday event, Winter Project, right now available in the game. There is still time up until the January 9th.
係啊，
and
冬日
there are a
嗰
lot
個
of
計劃
new
會去到
items,
1月9號
you
嘅
can。grab through this project, apart from the items that we brought from previous years, including the Yulmust mask, because people were asking about it last year, so it is available in the game right now. The nice backpack, the new sweater, some new emotes, right, with the bell. So yeah, there is still time. But enough about Christmas. Let's talk about questions that you guys
Yeah,
have.
make Q&A,
And let's start with the PvP. Will the issue with the cheaters be addressed in Project Resolve?
哦，外掛仔。
Yeah, we're going to implement the line of code that says cheaters equal no. That's no. Cheaters is, I mean, cheating in general in the game is something that we always look at, and I know some people won't believe me, but we are always implementing improvements to our cheat detection and
點
we
樣
are banning
改善
cheaters
呢？
on a
冇啊
daily basis.
不嬲都整
We're
緊
just
㗎
not
啦。
bragging about it because that's not the way
黐
we
線
do.。 But that doesn't mean it's perfect. Yes, we know cheating is a thing.
佢
We
哋都
are
知道外掛有
working
問
on
題啊，
improvements.
又
Some
想
for
改
project
善啊。
results, some for later in terms
咁
of
點樣改
detection,
善
in
啊？
terms of how do we prevent cheating or how do we detect cheating when it's happening. We are also investigating on Cronus Max and see what we can do about it.
哦 Chrome
No
Max
promise, but, this
哦
is
佢想
something
改
we're
Chrome
looking at
Max 啊，
and
即係
we're fully
PS4
aware
嗰
that
個
we can do
穩
all the
定器。
improvements in the world in PvP. If cheating and
Chrome Max 好啦好
using
啦，
the
聽
game
住
is still
先
a
啦。
thing, then PvP is never going to be a good experience. So,
因為今次
so
個重
yes,
點
we
都
are
係改
committed to,
PVP 啊嘛，
to
咁
making
你唔
those
搞外
improvements
掛
and
嘅
to
話，呢一
trying
世都唔使
to,
玩 PVP 喎。
well, always make the situation better when it comes to cheating. But at least I don't want people to think that we're not doing anything, because that's not true.
And also, a lot of this work is done thanks to your reports. Whenever you encounter cheaters, and if you can
我想講我有舉報過
grab a
啲外掛仔，
video,
但係冇
where
人
it's
冇封到
visible
嗰啲
and
外掛
easy
仔
to
都仲
understand
係
that。this person is cheating, and you're submitting those to Ubisoft support. I mean, a lot of people tag us on social media. Unfortunately, that is not how we deal with cheaters. We have a specific team dedicated
你 send 俾我
to
都冇用㗎，
identifying the cheating
我哋有條 team 去
practices
搞啲外掛
and,
仔㗎嘛，你同佢哋
sanctioning,
舉報都冇用㗎
players.
咁
So
樣。
please keep reporting them to Ubisoft support, and that is also another way to make the environment more enjoyable for everyone. And
And if you're cheating in a game, just don't be a dick.
Don't be a
Focus on
dick.
others.
Don't be a dick. 等我 cap 低呢一句先，正呢一句。
No, but that's correct.
Don't be a dick.
Two other questions. Is
仲有
the
兩個問題。
invaded dark zone gonna be more rewarding?
喺入侵嘅暗區、被佔領嘅暗區會唔會有更加
Yes,
高嘅
that's
獎
also something
勵？
we're looking at, making dark zone,
係啦。
invaded dark zone specifically, more rewarding.
佢話
So
會
more
有
details
提
on
高個
that,
獎
but
勵
that's
嘅。
part of the package.
係啦。
Will the expertise be removed from dark zone? I don't think we discussed it.
No, we mentioned it. No, the change to expertise and shade levels is only planned for conflict. Please, let's have that conversation. So far, we want to keep it in a dark zone because the idea is conflict is where the PvP balancing is happening. This is where we are implementing normalization to make sure that everybody has a chance, no
Normalization
matter if you
標
played the
準
game
化，
for 2,000
好
hours
耐
or
冇
for
聽過呢個
50
字啦
hours.
已經。
We want people to have a chance to compete in conflict. The dark zone, on the other hand, this is the PvPvE experience where we think it's okay if you spent a lot of time in the game and you are more, by definition, more powerful than another one. You deserve to, have that power be represented in the dark zone. So far we don't plan to implement the change to taking away expertise and shade levels from the dark zone. But please do give us feedback.
And regarding stability, there is a question about the game crashes and will they be addressed? And
Game
I do not have all
crash.
the technical details here with me, but I know for a fact that a lot of things that were implemented in the game were actually aimed at making the experience more stable and reducing the crashes.
哦，
That's
即係
what
佢話
the
暫
vaccine
時都
is
仲
about.
整
It's
緊
Project
啲
Resolve and Project Resolve.
crash
I mean,
嗰
it's
啲
not gonna
crash
fix all the
game 問
crashes.
題
We're。never gonna fix all the crashes because
佢話冇
it's
可
a
能 fix
huge
晒
game
㗎。
and there's
咁大隻
many-
game 點
there's a
fix
million
啊？
reasons why the game
有
can
冇
crash.
新 new incursion？
But this
我都想
is-
知喎。
There's been a
瞓先
lot
等
of
睇我片
improvements and a lot
黐
of
線。
fixes in Project Resolve.
救
But
命！
hopefully, for most of
講起
you,
外
are
掛，
going
第
to
一
make the
時間
experience
諗
more
起
stable.
阿番茄大法師，
Uh,
佢仲有冇玩隻 game 我都好
will new
奇。
skills be introduced? It's not the plan that we
n-
have right now.
It's not the plan right now. Right now, we're focusing really on on gear, on items, on weapons, and also looking at everything we have in the game already and improving that and making sure everything belongs into the gear game and everything is relevant and you have as many options as you want. And then in the future, if we want to explore new skills, maybe. But right now, this is not a priority for us. There's a lot of skills already, so let's make sure they're all equally as fun and as rewarding and as powerful before we start adding new ones.
Also, a
暫
question
時唔會有
about new
新
incursion or new
新
raid.
技能咯。
Well, I mean, we're not here to talk about future plans, so do give us feedback. Tell us what you want in the future in the game, and we'll see.
應該冇啦，應該。
A question about the specialization, and is there anything about the specialization?
哦，特化職業會點改咧？
Not specifically. No, there's no.
暫時冇
no
嘢想改。
specific change. I know that a long time ago
Oh, no.
we announced the specializations revamp, and we put that on ice because what we had was just it's one of those things that you put design on paper, you put ideas on paper, and you're like.
原
Yeah,
本
that
有
seems
嗰
great,
個
and then you
特化職
implement
業
it,
重製嘅，佢哋決定
and
暫
it
停
just doesn't
暫
work.
緩啦
And
，put it on
the
ice，
initial
即係
proposition
暫
we had
緩
was
啦。
one of those, like we worked on it, we implemented the first version, and it just absolutely didn't achieve what we wanted it to achieve.
冇啦。
So we've put it on ice. One day, hopefully, we will get back to specializations and revisit them. But this is
暫
this
暫
is
緩
not
啫，
the plan
唔
right
係
now.
取消
So
嘅。
no specific changes to specializations in this update.
Will there be a next gen update?
A next gen update, not at the moment, also not the plan.
And the last question that
最後一個
I
問題啦。
wanted to keep for the very end, since as I mentioned, there are not a lot of questions. What is the release date of the project Resolve? So the release date right now is planned for February. That's not the
都係
date.
2月咯，佢
It's
都話。
just a month, and I guess we will be able to give you the final date quite soon. But before that, we need to go through 2 PTS phases first, and also
係咯
depending on the
，project
amount
resolve
of
即係我頭
feedback,
先講嗰堆嘢係下
that
年
would-
2月
that
咯，起
would
碼去
give
到。
us the release date. But right now, it's planned to be released together with the season 3 Vanguard, and the targeted month is February. So I hope that answers your question. And yeah, once again, the roadmap is going to be
Excuse
published
me.
on our social media, website, same for the VOD of this Twitch stream. So if you have any other questions, just let us know on socials. We will be happy to address them.
There's one question actually I see here, but
最後一個仲有一個。
that I can answer.
仲有個
Will we
問
be
題。
able
Oh,
to
right.
dismantle items directly into expertise? Actually, the tinkering menu that we talked about will include the expertise menu as well. So what that means is that from the world, you will be able to open the expertise and you will be able to dismantle into expertise
咦
directly.
原來
without
可以
having
原
to
地
go back to
捐
the
精
base of
喎。
operations.
佢嗰個 Tinkling 嗰
So,
個鐵
yes,
匠嗰
you cannot do
個
that
嗰
directly
個
from
menu 可以直接
item,
捐埋
but you
裝
will
備
be
專
able
精
to
喎
open your expertise
直接
screen,
捐精。
from anywhere
刺
in
激
the world.
See this.
哦，
this-
咁唔使特登返白宮啦，咁
this whole,
樣。
relationship is based on complete distrust in each other abilities. Like I do not trust Yannick to have his cards in correct order, and he doesn't trust me to look through all the
Reading
questions.
over
哇！
your
呢個團
shoulders
隊
with
組
a-
合，佢哋兩個啲
係
卡都唔係順
But
次
thank
序，
you
黐
for-
線
thank
咩
you
玩
for,
法？
mentioning it. And yeah, that's it. We do not have any other questions. At
Oh.
least not what
差唔多啦。
was collected from the chat. But I think we talked pretty much about everything, and the rest of your questions. If
係
there
咯，
are
都個半
anything,
鐘
we
啦，
will be happy to
個
answer
直
those
播都
after the
算耐啊，
BTS.
今次。
And
呢個真係
Again, this
QOL
is-
係啊，
this
冇
is the
錯。
high level, right? There's a lot of
你方便你
details
捐
that,
嘢
we
咯，
have
呢個真
missed
係
that,
好好多咯
that
嗰
have
樣
not
嘢
been。listed here.
因為
Some of
次
them
次
will
有
not
陣
be on
時
the
見我
PTS
打
just yet.
打
There's,
裝備
changes that
咧
are
都
still
要
coming
取
in,
捨
but, maybe not on this
咁你
phase,
發
on
電
different
廠升
phases.
專精咪再
Some
方
of
便
the
啲咯，
stuff we
再
talked
快
about
啲咯，
might
直接
become
捐晒佢
discussed
所有
will
嘢。
come later. So this is an organic process.
OK 嘅，
and
最
there's-
尾呢個
there's more
Tinkling
to Project Resolve than just what we listed here, but these were the main changes we wanted to highlight.
好
yeah, just a glimpse at what's coming, and more information is going to
差
be
唔多啦。
available soon. Do not forget about the PTS preload on 14th, and then the PTS is available from 15th to 18th of December. That's the first phase. The second one is going to be in
總
January.
之今個禮拜有
And of
3
course,
日
we're
咯，
gonna
真係
update you about all the dates and timing when
禮拜
it's
6
closer
日
to
一
the
啦
date. And
，5、6日咯應該係。
before we go, we actually want to thank you for sticking with us through a
Wow,
very
都個半
special,
鐘
special
啦。
report where we didn't show anything new, no new gear, no new features apart from what we discussed
黐
regarding
線，佢頭先
Project
講咗
Resolve.
勁多新嘢咯，其實。
Thank you so much for
極
being
大
here, for
量。
having trust in the team, and we're
唔
gonna
使成日返
continue
白宮，
relying
呢個
on
係一件好
feedback
事
in
嚟
the
嘅，冇
future,
錯。
and we're gonna be waiting
呢個真係 OK 喎，
for
呢個
the
諗法
BTS.
唔錯喎，呢個。
Thank you so
Give us
much.
feedback.
好，就咁啦。
Hello agents. Today, we're happy to announce Project Resolve, a comprehensive system.
OK， 好啦，咁啊，遲新片見啦。咁啊，唔講咁耐啦，我都有啲攰啦，點啦？好，我哋遲禮拜五，我哋